It's time now for high school baseball from your hometown radio station, FM 95.3 WKLM.
And it is now time for state tournament baseball. Here's Matt Croy.
And good afternoon from Canal Park in Akron. The number one ranked Hiland Hawks, a record of 30-1. They won 11 in a row. They're to the state tournament for the 8th time in school history, going for their 3rd consecutive state championship. They're taking on number 2 ranked Lake Center Christian Tigers, a record of 28-4. They won 6 straight, and they're to the state tournament for the first time in their school's history. Stay tuned. We'll be speaking with Hiland head baseball coach Chris Davis on the pregame show on WKLM. Celebrate National Dairy Month all this week at Rody's IGA. They have Pillsbury Graham Biscuits, 2 for $5. Pillsbury Cinnamon Rolls, 2 for $5. IGA Shredded or Chunk Cheese, 3 for $6. Food Club Sliced Cheese, 2 for $4. Yoplait Go-Gurt, 2 for $5. Food Club Yogurt for $2.98. Daisy French Onion Dip for $2.98. Parquet Margarine for $2.48. Coffee Mate Iced Coffee or Liquid Creamer for $3.98. And Starbucks Liquid Creamer for $5.78. That's now through Sunday at Rody's IGA Marketplace in Millersburg.
Time is ticking and your dream home is waiting. This is Ben Hirschberger at the Commercial and Savings Bank. We understand that buying a home can be overwhelming, but with CSB, it's easier than ever. We offer a range of options. Whether you're looking to buy, build, refinance, or improve your home, our mortgage lenders will guide you every step of the way. Visit our website at csb1.com to apply online today and turn your dream into a reality. The Commercial and Savings Bank, where homeownership begins. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help manage any chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's health.
Hi, this is Croy with Burgett Insurance. If you can't remember the last time you've reviewed your insurance policies, you're not alone. Burgett Insurance and Buckeye Insurance Group work together to make sure you are properly covered. Call the friendly, knowledgeable staff of Burgett Insurance at 330-276-3791. We provide service that exceeds expectations and coverage that meets your needs. Buckeye Insurance Group and Burgett Insurance, working together to protect you.
Attention Knights Nation, this is Noah Clark with Clark Fowler Electric. As a proud sponsor of West Home Sports from T-ball all the way through high school, Clark Fowler Electric Motors and Supplies is on top of the game. With almost 3 decades as the area's leading provider in parts, repairs, and service, Clark Fowler is a team that you can count on. If you've had a breakdown, we'll get you back up and running and get you back into the game. Visit ClarkFowlerElectric.com for more details and information and all your electric motor needs. Go Knights!
At Wayne Door, we are your trusted partner in helping you build your dream home with quality technicians who pay attention to every detail so you won't have to pay costly future repairs. At Wayne Door, we only install high-quality products to protect your family for generations to come. We have your whole house covered with garage doors, windows, and more. So choose the team at Wayne Door. People you can trust since 1973. Visit WayneDoor.com for a free quote today.
Attention students and parents near the Garaway and Hiland districts. Ready to kickstart a future in business? Be a part of the Buckeye Business Academy Open House, August 2nd from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the Holmes Center for the Arts in Berlin. Discover how students gain valuable office and computer skills, accounting knowledge, and industry-recognized credentials that employers want. Whether you're planning for college or the workforce, your business journey starts here. Don't miss it, August 2nd at the Holmes Center for the Arts. Learn more at the Buckeye Business Academy Open House. Get luxury for every home with Montana Forge Hardware at MRV Siding Supply. Montana Forge provides custom luxury for every home and is one of the most affordable luxury brands in the industry, with solid forged brass designer hardware manufactured to the highest standards. Don't forget about beautiful Montana Forge bath hardware, available in all Montana Forge finishes. That's MRV Siding Supply in Millersburg, Newark, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Visit them on the web at mrvsiding.com.
Get your siding supplies from the siding guys. MRV Siding Supply.
Inside the Dugout is brought to you by Hobron's Insurance in Millersburg.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
Alongside the Hiland Hawks in baseball, Coach Chris Davis coming off that 4-2 victory over Fairview to move on to the state championship game. 2-1 lead going into that fifth inning. Chris, throwing error by them, and your guys able to take advantage with 2 runs and 2 big insurance runs in that fifth inning.
Yeah, Mike was able to get the second on that, and right away got a guy in scoring position, and Colin did a good job with his at-bat, and it was good hitting. Take advantage of their errors. We need to kind of do the same thing today for sure.
Caden Koblentz once again doing the job here, really working himself out of some pressurized situations.
Yeah, he did a phenomenal job on the mound, and they had several guys in scoring position throughout the day, bases loaded, and he was able to get out of those jams. He did a great job, and can't speak enough about Mike coming in and slamming the door there at the last inning.
Here we are in the state championship game again against Lake Center Christian, number 1 ranked team against the number 2 ranked team. And you faced them earlier in the regular season here at this place, right? What stands out to you about that previous meeting against Lake Center?
They're a solid ball club. They play great defense. They got good pitching, good order, 1 through 9. We just got to play our clean baseball and hopefully put some pressure on them. I know they're going to look to do the same, but should be a good game.
You know, Caden Candle had obviously a great game here, pitching here the time before here. Obviously, the confidence is always high, but I have to, especially knowing that he pitched well against this team and in this venue, has to be a good a plus as well.
Yeah, he threw well against them last time we played him, and I think he's a lot better now than he was at that point. So he's got great stuff, and hopefully he can take it to him today.
Chris, obviously you get to this point here, people say it's automatic. Obviously it's not here. A chance for a third consecutive state championship. Hard to believe here. What's the biggest mindset you have here to try and go out there and get another win today?
It's just another game. It's just another ball game we get to play, and hopefully go out there, compete hard, and come away with the W. We can't put any more thought into it than that.
Chris, thanks for your time, and good luck today.
Thank you.
That's the voice of the Hiland Hawks head baseball coach, Chris Davis.
Inside the Dugout has been brought to you by Hobron's Insurance in Millersburg.
Call Berlin Heating and Cooling, your Rheem Pro partner, and you know you're calling the very best. Berlin Heating and Cooling services and installs Rheem and all types of furnaces and air conditioning equipment. Berlin Heating and Cooling, they're your local team you can trust. Call them today at 330-893-3057. That's 330-893-3057.
MEB Systems, a name that has been around since 1977. It is the area's flat roof specialist. Their mission statement is, serve our team, customers, and community by offering exceptional and innovative flat roofing services, all for the glory of God. MEB Systems has the experience to handle anything from scheduled maintenance to roofing multi-acre facilities protecting valuable equipment and merchandise. Call MEB Systems, your flat roof specialist, at 330-852-4333, or visit them online at MEBsystems.com. MEB Systems wishes all local athletes the best success this year.
The secret's out. Thread and Ink in Holmesville is open to take care of your custom apparel, embroidery, and screen printing needs. They offer a storefront with apparel for West Holmes, Hiland, and surrounding schools. Whether it's school spirit wear, professional business attire, accessories, or unique custom designs, they deliver excellence in every product. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 till 5. Thread and Ink is located at 8210 County Road 245 in Holmesville. Or call Justine at 330-279-9222. That's Thread and Ink, custom embroidery and screen printing in Holmesville.
Beachy's Auto Diesel and Tire Service continues to offer the convenience of two great locations on US 62 in Winesburg and on County Road 201 in Berlin. The Winesburg shop will take care of heavy-duty truck and fleet customers from 7 a.m. to midnight, while the Berlin facility will repair auto and light trucks from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them in Winesburg at 330-359-5421 or in Berlin at 330-674-6970. That's Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service in Winesburg and Berlin.
Critchfield Law Firm has always been dedicated to providing the highest quality legal services to their clients throughout Holmes County and surrounding areas. Critchfield Law Firm also understands the dedication of our youth. From the classroom to the music room to athletics, Holmes County's best is represented in every academic area. Critchfield Law Firm in Millersburg, wishing all who participate the best in their endeavors.
Premier Pharmacy has more ways to serve you. I'm Joel Gauss from Premier Pharmacy, and I'm happy to announce that our newest location in Sugar Creek is open and accepting new patients. Our location in downtown Sugar Creek accepts most major insurances and offers the same great service you've come to expect in our Berlin and Millersburg locations, including delivery and vaccination services. Give us a call today at 330-852-5146 and start experiencing the Premier Pharmacy difference. Premier Pharmacy is your local hometown independent pharmacy.
Hey, other guys' insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey, Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course. At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
Of course, a big win yesterday in the state semifinals, won 4-2 over Fairview in that contest, and closely contested the entire way as the Hawks scored a run in that first inning. The RBI single by Colin Koblenz knocked in his brother Caden Koblenz, and Hiland led 1-0. And then for Fairview, they would tie it up with a run in the third inning. An RBI single by Cole Mack knocked in Elijah Arend, who led the inning off with a walk. It was a 1-1 ball game, but then Hiland would answer with a run of their own in the third inning. It would be RBI ground out the second by Grady Monigold. That would knock in Mike Miller. Hiland led 2-1 through 3 innings. Then in the fifth, it was a throwing error on a routine play by the pitcher to start the inning off that allowed Mike Miller to be safe. That was a key play, as the next guy up was Colin Koblenz, who hit an RBI triple, followed by an RBI ground out to short by Grady Monigold. That would, of course, knock in Colin Koblenz. Hiland has 2 key insurance runs, gave them a 4-1 lead. That was key because a run was scored in that bottom half of the seventh inning, actually the top of the seventh inning, rather, for Fairview. But that would be it, and Hiland got the win 4-2 to move on to this state championship game. Hiland had 4 runs on 6 hits, no errors, and 6 left on base. Fairview had 2 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors, and 10 straight. Into the win of the man, of course, for Hiland, Caden Koblenz. 6 innings of work, allowed 1 run, 5 hits, struck out 9. He walked 5, going to 9-0 on the season for the senior. And, of course, Mike Miller got his second save of the year. And then on the other end for Fairview was Elijah Arend. The junior went 5 innings, allowed 4 runs, 3 earned, 6 hits allowed. He walked nobody, but he struck out 4 and hit a batter, dropped his record to 7-1 on the season. And, of course, for the Hawks, offensively, I mentioned Colin Koblenz went 2 for 3 on the day, had 2 RBIs, a triple also for the contest to lead the offensive attack for the Hiland Hawks team. Hiland got the win, moved on to the state championship game. Hiland, of course, to the state tournament for the 8th time in their school's history. And for them, they were the state runner-up back in 2017, back in 2000, as well as in 2008 and 2017. And, of course, they won state championships back in 2016, 2023, and 24. So they're going for their fourth state title in school history, their third in a row for this Hiland Hawk team, with wins during the tournament run over Monroe Central, newcomers down Garraway, West Jefferson, Southeastern, and, of course, Fairview. On the other end, for Lake Center Christian, the number 2 ranked team in Division 6. They come with that record of 28 on the season for them. They come with a record 28-4, and they won 6 straight for them. They are to the state tournament for the first time in their school's history. This is the first time they've ever made it to the state tournament. Wins during the postseason run over Garfield Heights, 18-0. They won over Brookfield in the district tournament, 14-0, in a 4-3 win over Rittman to capture the district title. Then in the regional tournament, a 10-0 win over Rootstown, won 9-4 over Kirtland, and of course had that one-sided win yesterday over Elmwood, 10-1 to move on to this state championship game. So Hiland number 1, Lake Center number 2 in the state title game in Division 6. Reminder, later on tonight we'll also have Division 5 state championship baseball coming away. It'll be Waynedale in action as we'll take on Graham. That'll be live on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com. Airtime at 6:30, game time 7 o'clock. And for both these games, this game as well as the Waynedale game, we'll have delayed video stream coverage for you on YouTube immediately following the game, courtesy of Claxon Communications. That is due to OHSAA regulations as far as being able to delay that video after the game on YouTube. We'll take a break, come back with more on the pregame show after this on WKLM.
Taking on a large exterior home project is no small task. When you're looking for the best options in roofing, siding, windows, and doors, Provia products are the clear choice. At Provia, quality is engineered into the product, integrity is never compromised, and local craftsmanship delivers a stunning final result that will last for generations. Our experts at Keim Home Center are here to help you explore the possibilities. Visit Keim in Charm, Ohio. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
When the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, phones, all gone. Be prepared for the next outage with a Generac home standby generator. After sensing a power outage, a Generac generator automatically restores your home's power, whether you're home or away. Power your life with a Generac home standby generator. Team up with Millersburg Electric and Generac today to schedule your free in-home consultation and a turnkey generator install. Call or visit millersburgelectric.com and be ready for the next power outage.
Vikert Sand and Gravel Incorporated has been serving the central Ohio areas of Wayne and Holmes counties since 1935. They're a name and business you can trust. Their products and services include ready-mix concrete, excavating, limestone, sand and gravel, and hauling services. They are locally owned and operated, insured and bonded, and most importantly, ready to serve you. For more information, call 330-674-0038.
Firestone Farm Tires are the most preferred tires in America. Not only are they proven to be among the most productive farm tires you can buy, they're backed and serviced by the best trained and equipped farm tire dealer, the certified Firestone Farm Tire dealer. So whether you need top quality Firestone Farm Tires or fast, dependable tire service, count on us to keep you rolling.
Get your Firestone tires at Millersburg Tire Service, State Route 39, Millersburg.
At Home Siding Contractors, our mission is to give homeowners a quality product. Whether it's our vinyl siding or our energy-efficient replacement windows and doors, Home Siding Contractors is ready to turn your home into one of your biggest energy-saving assets. You'll notice the difference as your home will stay warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. Call 888-725-6619 for a in-home estimate or find all of our products at homesiding.com.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
Whether you're exploring faith for the first time or looking for a place to call home, Northside Church invites you to be a part of their growing community. Join them for services Sundays at 9 and 10:30 a.m., where you'll find inspiring messages and a welcoming atmosphere for all ages. And for 6th to 12th graders, Northside Student Ministry meets Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. during the school year. Visit them at 1207 Worcester Road, just north of Joel Pomeranian Hospital in Millersburg. They can't wait to meet you at Northside Church.
Looking for a partner who will bring your vision to life? Tecton Engineering in Berlin is your go-to for civil, residential, and commercial engineering, customizing their approach to suit your unique needs. And for creative design that sets your project apart, trust Brick and Banister Design. Whether it's residential or commercial, they specialize in innovative design and construction drawings to keep your project on track, on budget, and exactly as you envision. Visit tecton-eng.com and brickandbannisterdesign.com today. Call 893-0230. Proud supporters of the Hiland Hawks and West Holmes Knights. And John, we were just kind of talking about this, and you were mentioning to me, you think as a parent, you hope that maybe your son plays maybe in one state tournament game, and here we go. Now this the team playing for a third consecutive state championship. It's hard to describe what that they would like to have that opportunity to something like this.
Yeah, exactly. You know. You want the best for your kids, and you want them to be able to experience this, but to get the opportunity to do it 3 times in a row, you kept looking at the group of kids that have been coming up through the system at Hiland, and you knew they were going to be pretty good, but this is pretty special.
Kind of go back to earlier in the season where the Lake Center Christian played against Hiland at Canal Park. Hiland, of course, won that game, and I think at that time you knew there's a chance these two teams could meet up in the state championship game, and here they are, number 1 against number 2. I guess that's kind of how it should be, right?
Yeah, you want this game to be real competitive and be close, and you got 2 good baseball teams that are going to be taking the field today. And, back then you thought there was a good chance that this could happen, and here we are today. Of course, Hiland won that game 4-1, and we were kind of talking as well before this contest. Caden Candle, who will be on the mound today, really pitched the gem in that game. 6 innings of work, allowed just the 1 unearned run, struck out 7 and walked 2. So, again, a guy that certainly had confidence anyway, but certainly has to have confidence he pitched well against this team and also in this venue. Yeah, the one thing that Caden does really well is he mixes speeds, and he's got a good fastball. It's got some life on it, and the key to him is that curveball. If his curveball's on, he's pretty tough to hit, and if he can have a good start here the first, second inning and get into that rhythm and settle down, I think he'll pitch well.
Lake Center Christian, obviously an outstanding team as well, but for Hiland, that's the thing. That's part of why you play that tough schedule. You look at the last game yesterday, that wasn't easy. Hiland found the way. Yeah, they've gotten some lopsided wins, but they can play in those tight situations too, and they're fine with playing in those games, and you have to expect you're going to have a game like that in the state championship game.
Yes, you do. You come in, and you got to take advantage of every opportunity you get, and that's what they did yesterday. The one mistake by Fairview, but then you look back on that game when Caden Koblenz was able to buckle down with the bases loaded and get that kid to pop up after walking 2 guys. I mean, that's a high stress, high pressure. It doesn't get any bigger than that. And the way these kids have been able to handle it's been pretty remarkable, and hopefully they can do it again today.
Should be a fun one this afternoon. We'll take a break, come back with the starting lineups and also the national anthem coming up next on WKLM.
This is Mose Beachy. I'm an independent Beamer partner. In 2004, I was paralyzed due to an industrial accident and lived in great discomfort with left calf, cold feet, and no feeling in toes. I was introduced to Beamer in 2016 as a FDA-cleared Class 2 medical device that enhances oxygen delivery and removal of carbon dioxide, local blood flow and circulation, muscle performance, strength, conditioning, and recovery. For service, sales, and rental, call Mose at 330-231-8010 or log on to alife.beamergroup.com. That is alife.beamergroup.com.
Dreaming of a perfect affordable home? Discover family-owned Hartford Homes. Hartford Homes, with over 50 years combined experience in the construction industry, offers turnkey homes including all land improvements, resulting in a stress-free custom home built for you. Our commitment to quality, community, and sustainability sets us apart. Visit HartfordHomesOhio.com today to schedule your visit. Tour inside 2 different model homes or browse our 22 online models. Discover Hartford Homes in Jeromesville and start your journey to a dream home.
For the best pizza, chicken, and ice cream, stop by Kidron Pizza. They're proud to continue serving the same delicious, mouth-watering pies that have won the hearts of pizza lovers everywhere. With locally sourced ingredients and a dedication to excellence, every bite is a celebration to their legacy and the flavors of the community. Located at 4692 Kidron Road in Kidron. They offer delivery within a 10-mile radius. Call 857-3000 to place your order. They're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 8, closed Sunday and Monday. Join them in tasting tradition for yourself. Kidron Pizza, where the tradition continues. Get these irresistible rib-tickling deals all this week at Rody's IGA. They have baby back ribs for $2.98 a pound, USDA-inspected boneless country-style pork ribs for $2.48 a pound, Western-style pork shoulder ribs for $1.98 a pound, TGI Fridays baby back ribs for $9.98, Kinder's barbecue or teriyaki sauce for $2.98, Kinder's seasoning for $4.48, Kinder's Gold Label barbecue sauce for $5.48, and Kinder's sauce for $4.98. Plus, download your digital coupon for a crazy low price on select items Thursday through Sunday at Rody's IGA Marketplace in Millersburg. The generous member owners, Holmes Wayne Electric, who have donated to the Operation Roundup Foundation. Since 2006, over $1 million has been distributed back into the local community for those in need. Starting today, first of all, for the Lake Center Christian Tigers, leading things off will be sophomore left fielder Grant Koblenz. He's a first-team All-Ohioan. Batting second is sophomore catcher Colton Smilik. In the third slot, that is junior center fielder Luke Hecker. And batting cleanup for Lake Center Christian, that is sophomore pitcher Caleb Shelley. He's a second-team All-Ohioan. Batting fifth is the junior third baseman Nathan Bryant. He is a first-team All-Ohioan. Batting sixth is junior shortstop Braden Myers, a second-team All-Ohioan. In the seventh slot in the order for them will be sophomore first baseman Jacob Ranieri. Batting eighth is the senior DH Wyatt Connell. He'll be DHing for the starting right fielder, that is senior Nathan Miller. And batting ninth is senior second baseman Chance Klingelhofer. Lake Center Christian, the number 2 ranked team in Division 6, a record of 28-4. They won 6 in a row. They're to the state tournament for the first time in their school's history, and they're coached by Shane Byler. For the Hiland Hawks, leading things off will be senior first baseman Kata Kobus, who pitched that gym yesterday. He is a first-team All-Ohioan. Batting second is junior right fielder Mike Miller. In the third slot is senior center fielder Colin Koblenz, a first-team All-Ohioan. In a cleanup spot for Hiland, it'll be junior DH Grady Monigold, a first-team All-Ohioan. He'll be DHing for the starting second baseman, and that is junior Isaiah Wagler. Batting fifth is senior catcher Danny Hostother, a second-team All-Ohioan. While batting sixth is junior third baseman Logan Yoder. In the seventh slot, that's senior shortstop Keith Hirschberger. While batting eighth is senior left fielder Cade Beachy. And in the ninth slot is senior pitcher Caden Candle, a first-team All-Ohioan. Hiland, the number 1 ranked team in Division 6, going for their 4th state title in school history, their 3rd in a row. And their record is 30-1. They've won 11 straight, and they're coached by Chris Dacus, of course, the All-Ohio Coach of the Year. And the starting line is brought to you by Holmes Wayne Electric Cooperative. They are a proud member of our community and supporting our youth and future leaders. Holmes Wayne Electric distributes $20,200 in scholarships annually to 10 high school seniors, and additionally, they recognize local 6th through 8th graders, power students, for their excellent scholastic effort. Stay tuned, we'll have the national anthem coming up next on WKLM.
Are you ready to accelerate towards your dreams with a new car, ATV, boat, or some extra cash for personal needs? This is Zach Deidinger, a banking center manager at the Commercial and Savings Bank, here to help you fund your next adventure. Our team of experts is committed to finding the right solution for you with competitive rates, flexible terms, and personalized service. Visit csb1.com to apply online or give us a call at 800-654-9015 to speak with a loan specialist and discover the CSB Advantage. The Commercial and Savings Bank. Relationships you can bank on. Member FDIC.
At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help manage any chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's health.
This is Jeff Allison at Burgett Insurance. I have partnered with Buckeye Insurance Group to provide our customers with insurance coverage at competitive rates, backed by outstanding service. If you would like a no-obligation review of your farm, home, or auto insurance, see me, Jeff Allison at Burgett Insurance. Buckeye Insurance Group and Burgett Insurance, working together to protect you.
WKLM-FM.com. Michael Hammond back in the studio this afternoon. We'll also be video streaming this game as well. That'll be delayed immediately following the game due to Ohio High School Athletic Association regulations. That is courtesy of Claxon Communications. Casey Claxon producing today's video stream coverage on YouTube. And it's Natalie, Holbrook, and Andrew Dunlap working the camera. Again, that'll be posted to the WKLM YouTube page immediately following today's game, so don't miss that. Also, of course, later on tonight, we'll have more state championship baseball in Division 5. Wayndale in action against Graham. That'll also be live on FM 95.3 and Stream 1 on our website, and that'll be delayed video stream coverage also on YouTube, courtesy of Claxon Communications right after that contest as well. We'll also have OHSAA Radio State Championship coverage in the game after this, also coming our way on FM 95.3. We'll take another break, come back with the national anthem coming up next on WKLM.
Attention Knights Nation, this is Noah Clark with Clark Fowler Electric. As a proud sponsor of West Home Sports from T-ball all the way through high school, Clark Fowler Electric Motors and Supplies is on top of the game. With almost 3 decades as the area's leading provider in parts, repairs, and service, Clark Fowler is a team that you can count on. If you've had a breakdown, we'll get you back up and running and get you back into the game. Visit ClarkFowlerElectric.com for more details and information and all your electric motor needs. Go Knights!
At Wayne Door, we are your trusted partner in helping you build your dream home with quality technicians who pay attention to every detail so you won't have to pay costly future repairs. At Wayne Door, we only install high-quality products to protect your family for generations to come. We have your whole house covered with garage doors, windows, and more. So choose the team at Wayne Door. People you can trust since 1973. Visit WayneDoor.com for a free quote today.
Attention students and parents near the Garaway and Hiland districts. Ready to kickstart a future in business? Be a part of the Buckeye Business Academy Open House, August 2nd from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the Home Center for the Arts in Berlin. Discover how students gain valuable office and computer skills, accounting knowledge, and industry-recognized credentials that employers want. Whether you're planning for college or the workforce, your business journey starts here. Don't miss it. August 2nd at the Home Center for the Arts. Learn more at the Buckeye Business Academy Open House. Transform your home with the timeless beauty of cedar without the hassle. An MRV Siding Supply with maintenance-free sham-clad shiplap siding. The perfect blend of style and durability. Whether it's for porch ceilings, siding, or shutters, their sham-clad shiplap siding offers the latest designs that everyone is talking about. No staining, no sealing, just stunning, hassle-free elegance. Get the look of cedar and elevate your home with sham-clad shiplap siding today. That's MRV Siding Supply in Millersburg, Newark, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Visit them on the web at mrvsiding.com.
Call Berlin Heating and Cooling, your Rheem Pro partner, and you know you're calling the very best. Berlin Heating and Cooling services and installs Rheem and all types of furnaces and air conditioning equipment. Berlin Heating and Cooling. They're your local team you can trust. Call them today at 330-893-3057. That's 330-893-3057.
Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, two reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community. MEB Systems, a name that has been around since 1977 and is the area's flat roof specialist. Their mission statement is, serve our team, customers, and community by offering exceptional and innovative flat roofing services, all for the glory of God. MEB Systems has the experience to handle anything from scheduled maintenance to roofing multi-acre facilities protecting valuable equipment and merchandise. Call MEB Systems, your flat roof specialist, at 330-852-4333 or visit them online at MEBsystems.com. MEB Systems wishes all local athletes the best success this year.
The secret's out. Thread and Ink in Holmesville is open to take care of your custom apparel, embroidery, and screen printing needs. They offer a storefront with apparel for West Holmes, Hiland, and surrounding schools. Whether it's school spirit wear, professional business attire, accessories, or unique custom designs, they deliver excellence in every product. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 till 5. Thread and Ink is located at 8210 County Road 245 in Holmesville. Or call Justine at 330-279-9222. That's Thread and Ink, custom embroidery and screen printing in Holmesville.
Live stream coverage, of course, video stream coverage, I should say, and also it is Andrew Dunlap and Natalie Holbrook working the camera. That'll be posted to the WKLM YouTube page immediately following today's contest. Hiland, the home team, they'll be in the field first, and the visitors at the plate, Lake Center Christian, will have Grant Koblenz leading things off, and he is followed by Colton Smilek, Luke Heckert, Caleb Shelley, Nathan Bryant, Braden Myers, Jacob Ranieri, Wyatt Cottle, and Chance Klingelhofer will round out this Lake Center Christian lineup. For Hiland defensively, Caden Koblenz is at first, Isaiah Wagler's at second, Keith Hirschberger's at short, Logan Yoder's the third baseman, Cade Beachy's in left, Colin Koblenz the center fielder, while in right field is Mike Miller, catching Danny Hostother, and pitching today is the senior right-hander, that is Caden Candle. Grant Koblenz starts things off for this Lake Center Christian offense, bats from the left side wearing number 24, the sophomore left fielder. The wide and the pitch, and that'll be a bit high.
Nope.
Or no, there's the delay call again. We're going to have to deal with that today.
Yep, all day.
Just like yesterday.
Started him off with a curveball. Good to see him get that pitch in his zone early.
First pitch brought to you by MRV Siding Supply. Here's the 0-1. So going to be a line toward short, caught by the shortstop, Keith Hirschberger, and there's one away.
Yeah, he put a good swing. He just tried to poke that ball through the hole on the left side, but Keith was right there ready for it.
Yes, he was.
And that's a big out. Get that leadoff guy off the bases.
MRV Siding Supply located on County Road 624 Millersburg. Find them on the web, mrvsiding.com, or call 800-524-7436. That's MRV Siding Supply. Here's Colton Smilek. Of course, Koblenz came in batting .494, 21 RBIs, and a first-team All-Ohioan before that line out to short. That pitch high for a ball. Smilek batting from the right side wearing number 0. The sophomore catcher is batting .388, has 1 home run, and 33 runs batted in. The pitch. That's going to be just a bit outside for a ball. Goes to 2 balls and no strikes.
And then one thing to think about here, they have that long introduction, that long pregame. It's been a while since these pitchers have warmed up.
That does factor in. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's going to be down low. In the dirt, going to be ball 3, 3-0 count. Not turf here. Of course, they have the outstanding well-surfaced field, but it is dirt and grass. Here's the wind and the through often. And that's going to be a bit high. Ball 4. Walks Smilek on 4 pitches. So they'll have a base runner for the first time with 1 out.
And that's going to be one of the keys. You see with Caden, if he can get through the first, second inning unscathed, the longer he goes into the game, the more effective he's going to be. But like I said, both of these starting pitchers have been sitting a while. since they were able to warm up in that bullpen.
A little bit out of routine. And here's Luke Hecker, who bats for the left side, wearing number 34, the junior center fielder, batting .380, has 3 home runs and 32 runs batted in. The pitch. It's going to be a line towards short, going to be a diving grab by Hershberger. Goes to first base, going to be a high throw grab, and going to be called out a catch.
Yes, double play. Great play by Keith.
What a play by Keith Hershberger.
He knew he caught it right away, came up and fired to first. The runner at second had no idea.
Unbelievable. Keith Hershberger putting on a display already at the shortstop position. Hiland gets out of that jam in the top of the first. No score. This is state championship baseball on WKLM.
Beachy's Auto Diesel and Tire Service continues to offer the convenience of 2 great locations on US 62 in Winesburg and on County Road 201 in Berlin. The Winesburg shop will take care of heavy-duty truck and fleet customers from 7 a.m. to midnight, while the Berlin facility will repair auto and light trucks from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them in Winesburg at 330-359-5421 or in Berlin at 330-674-6970. That's Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service in Winesburg and Berlin.
Critchfield Law Firm has always been dedicated to providing the highest quality legal services to their clients throughout Holmes County and surrounding areas. Critchfield Law Firm also understands the dedication of our youth. From the classroom to the music room to athletics, Holmes County's best is represented in every academic area. Critchfield Law Firm in Millersburg, wishing all who participate the best in their endeavors.
Premier Pharmacy has more ways to serve you. I'm Joel Gauss from Premier Pharmacy, and I'm happy to announce that our newest location in Sugar Creek is open and accepting new patients. Our location in downtown Sugar Creek accepts most major insurances and offers the same great service you've come to expect in our Berlin and Millersburg locations, including delivery and vaccination services. Give us a call today at 330-852-5146 and start experiencing the Premier Pharmacy difference. Premier Pharmacy is your local hometown independent pharmacy.
We'll see how it works out. Our boys.
It is the bottom half of the first inning. No score from Canal Park. At the plate for Hiland will be Caden Comans, followed by Mike Miller, Colin Comans, Grady Monigold, Danny Hostother, Logan Yoder, Keith Hershberger, Cade Beachy, and Caden Candle. Rounds out the Hiland lineup for Lake Center Christian. Defensively for them, at first base is Jacob Ranieri. At second is Chance Klingelhofer. At short, that's Braden Myers. The third baseman, Nathan Bryant. In left is Grant Comans. The center fielder, Luke Hecker. In right field, that's Nathan Miller. Catching for them is Colton Smilek. On the mound and pitching, that is junior right-hander. Should say sporting on the mound here for them is sophomore right-hander Caleb Shelley. So Shelley on the mound, and he'll be facing Caden Comans to start things off. And for Comans batting from the right side, wearing number 23, the senior first baseman, first team All-Ohioan, batting .354, has 2 home runs and 11 runs batted in. No score, bottom of the first, Division 6 state championship baseball from Canal Park. The line, the pitch by Shelley. So on to be fouled straight back, 0-1 count. Of course, the other top pitcher for this team, Nathan Bryant, we kind of thought he might be on the mound to start things off. He'll be at third base, and a little different arm that Hiland will be facing here in Shelley on the mound today.
Yeah, that's probably not who Hiland expected to see. And
that's a fly ball toward medium deep left center, going after it and making the grab. That's going to be Grant Comans for out number 1.
And one thing you see here is, I'm assuming Shelley's got some pretty good off-speed pitches, and that's why Coach Byler decided to go with him today, try to keep these Hiland hitters off balance. And I think he started Caden off with 2 curveballs there, 2 off-speed pitches. And, the one thing we talked about, this outfield is huge. And those fielders for Lake Center are playing really deep, so you kind of got to be careful here. Just keep that line drive approach.
Here's Mike Miller, bats for the left side, wearing number 13, the junior right fielder, and the pitch. And that's going to be a bit off the mark for ball 1. 1-0 count to Mike Miller, who's batting .344, no homers, 12 runs batted in.
Mike got on base twice yesterday, and that was huge.
The pitch, that's going to be a fastball on the outside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Mike Miller. Hiland sporting their white jerseys and red numerals and white pants. And for Lake Center Christian, here's the wind and the pitch. So on to be foul tipped, strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Got the dark blue uniforms and also the white numerals and blue stripes down the sides of the pants. 1-2 count to Mike Miller, 400 in dead center at Canal Park, and 337 down the lines. The pitch. That's going to be called strike 3 and a curveball on the outside corner. There's 1 away.
Yeah, he did a pretty good pitch. Painted that outside corner, and that's what we've seen. A lot of off-speed pitches so far. Boys needed to make an adjustment, hit that line drive up the middle, and go to the opposite field with it.
See how they do that going forward. 2 outs, nobody aboard right now on the bottom of the first. No score. Here's Colin Koblenz. Bats for the left side, wearing number 7, the senior center fielder. First team All-Ohioan, batting .438, 5 home runs, 33 RBIs. And the pitch. That's going to be a bit low for a ball, and Colin, of course, coming through with a couple of big hits yesterday.
Yes, he did. That triple made a big difference in that game. He plugged that left center gap.
Shelley, the wide, and the pitch. Swung shot foul down the first base side. Goes to 1 ball, 1 strike now to Colin Koblenz.
And that's what we've seen. A lot of off-speed pitches, and I'm sure Coach Byler, he's scouted Hiland quite a bit, and I know he was at that game yesterday. Fairview's pitcher was effective. Hiland put the ball in play, just couldn't string anything together.
Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2 on a 1-1 curveball. Now 1-2 the count to Koblenz.
That's what we got to see here. You got to take approach, take what he gives you. If he's going to throw outside, he's going to throw off speed, take that ball the other way.
Shelley now the pitch. That's high, way high there, just an offer at it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It is partly cloudy skies and a steady breeze out toward left, but otherwise the wet stuff has stayed away. We'll hope it'll stay that way today. Here's the wind and the 2-2 pitch. It's want to be a fly ball. Fairly deep center field going back is Hecker. Looking for it. It's going to be near the warning track. He'll make the running grab as he falls down, twisting around, held onto it to make the catch.
And that's the one thing with this big outfield. It actually kind of works against the high school hitter here a little bit. Most places, that's a home run for Colin.
1-2-3 it goes as it turns out for the Hawks in the bottom of the first. 2-1. We are scoreless. This is state championship baseball on WKLM. Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, 2 reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
Hey, other guys' insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey, Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course. At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently. Decrease employee turnover and increase your bottom line.
Taking on a large exterior home project is no small task. When you're looking for the best options in roofing, siding, windows, and doors, Provia products are the clear choice. At Provia, quality is engineered into the product, integrity is never compromised, and local craftsmanship delivers a stunning final result that will last for generations. Our experts at Keim Home Center are here to help you explore the possibilities. Visit Keim in Charm, Ohio. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
And the top of the second, no score so far, be the 4, 5, and 6 batters coming to the plate here for Lake Center Christian. The pitch can be swung and fouled back on the swing by Caleb Shelley. 0-1 count to Shelley, followed by Nathan Bryant and Braden Myers. Shelley batting for the right side, wearing number 13, the sophomore pitcher. Second team All-Ohioan, batting .467, has 2 homers and 38 runs batted in. So good numbers for him offensively. The pitch, that's going to be a bit off the mark for a ball. Goes to 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was outside or where that pitch was, but
look good from here. Caden Candle, the senior righty. Roxon fires now the pitch. That's going to be outside for a ball. 2-1 count. Candle, 10-0 record. Of course, that ties a single-season school record with the 10 wins. .53 ERA. 52 and a third innings pitch for him. He's allowed 10 runs, just 4 earned. The wind, the pitch. It's going to be a bounce towards second base. Gloved by Wagler. Bobbles it, throws the first.
Entice a ground ball or a fly ball.
So going to be foul to the backstop. So at the long wait now, a foul ball, and now it's a full count to Ranieri. So Candles battles way back after it was a 3-0 count.
They did a good job getting back into the count here, and like I said, don't give in here.
First base is open, so don't have to do that.
Throw your pitch, and if he hits it, he hits it.
Handle the long steer, looking for what he wants here. Now he comes to a set from the stretch. Now the pitch. Going to be outside ball 4, so that'll be a walk. Second walk through in the game by Candle. And now runners are at first and second with 2 away. Number 8 batter in the Tigers lineup, Wyatt Cottle's at the plate. Bats for the right side, wearing number 21, the senior DH. Batting .285, has 13 runs batted in.
And I'm okay with that pitch by Caden right there. See if you can get him to chase off the plate outside, but that was pretty good plate discipline. Didn't get it the offer.
Candle now the pitch. That's going to be a fastball, and that'll be on the outside corner for a strike. And an 0-1 count to Connell, so important to get that first pitch in that strike zone. He did it.
And one thing here, you got to have a lot of faith in your catcher. Danny's really good at blocking a ball. If you need to throw that curveball, go ahead and do it.
The pitch. It's going to be lifted in the air toward right field. Going to be a diving grab by Mike Miller for out number 3.
Did a good job. Got a read on that ball right off the bat. Came charging in and caught it on one knee. Nice play by Mike.
Will stay scoreless as the Tigers get no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left through 1.5, a scoreless contest. This is state championship baseball on KLM.
Some call it overplanning. At Millersburg Electric, we call it foresight. Be prepared for the next power outage with a Generac home standby generator. After sensing a power outage, a Generac generator automatically restores your home's power, whether you're home or away. Generac, it's not just a generator, it's a power move. Team up with Millersburg Electric and Generac today to schedule your free in-home consultation and a turnkey generator install. Call or visit millersburgelectric.com and be ready for the next power outage.
Reichert Sand and Gravel Incorporated has been serving the central Ohio areas of Wayne and Holmes counties since 1935. They're a name and business you can trust. Their products and services include ready-mix concrete, excavating, limestone, sand and gravel, and hauling services. They are locally owned and operated, insured and bonded, and most importantly, ready to serve you. For more information, call 330-674-0038.
When you work the land, you know, out there in some far corner of a field, there's an old steel fence post that has your number. And that's when you should have ours. We're your certified Firestone Farm Tire dealer. And when you need service, give us a call. We're specially trained and equipped to handle all your on-farm, in-field tire repair and replacement needs.
Call Millersburg Tire Service, State Route 39 Millersburg, for your farm tire needs.
Entering the bottom of the second inning, still no score. At the plate for Hiland is going to be the 4, 5, and 6 batters. Grady Monigold will lead things off, followed by Danny Hostetler and Logan Yoder. Grady Monigold bats from the left side, wearing number 21, the junior DH. First team All-Ohioan, batting .368, has a team-leading 6 home runs. And that pitch going to be outside for a ball, and also a school record 46 runs batted in.
Yeah, you got to be careful here. The umpire does have a deliberate strike call.
The pitch, and that's going to be outside for a ball. Goes to 2-0 count now to Grady Monigold. Caleb Shelley, the sophomore righty, he has been outstanding this season. 6-0 record, a .44 ERA through 47 innings pitched. The pitch, it's going to be a fly ball down the left field line, foul territory. It's going to be into the seats, I do believe, yes. And out of play, goes to 2-1. Now the swing by Grady Monigold.
And Hiland's looking for that first base runner here. Like I said, Lake Center's outfield is playing extremely deep. It's going to be interesting to see if they move in as you get towards the bottom of this Hiland lineup. But, the top of the order here, you got to look for keep the ball down, hit it hard.
Here is the pitch. Going to be in there for a strike. Goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Shelley has allowed 9 runs, just 3 earned on the season. He struck out 62 while walking 16 and given up 21 hits on the year. The pitch. That's going to be kind of a sidearm throw outside. Ball 3. Full count down to Grady Monigold.
Yeah, he dropped down a little 3/4. Looked like it might have been a curveball off the plate outside. And, now it's going to be interesting. Does he trust his stuff to throw something off speed here with a full count?
Here is the pitch. It's going to be a line toward right center field. Going to be a base hit for Monigold. That'll roll to the warning track. Monigold going for extra bases. Over to second base. He'll get there for the leadoff double. Grady Monigold didn't get the hit yesterday. He had 2 RBIs, but he drove that one to that right center field gap.
And that's exactly what we talked about. That wasn't a high fly ball. That was something that was hit on a rope.
Yes, it was.
No chance for them to cut that ball off.
Well, 3-2 pitch, you got to figure going to get something over the zone, and he certainly did, and he made the most of it.
And poor Danny Hostetler, you got all the Hiland kids have the same last names, and they got Ben Hostetler, his moment of fame, up on the scoreboard, and it is not Ben Hostetler hitting. So congratulations, Ben, you are now famous.
Absolutely.
Danny, get the RBI here, buddy. I don't understand how that happens up here, but every year, they say you can't trust the scoreboard.
I guess that's true. That's down low for a ball. 1-0 count. Look at second base by Shelley. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt. He'll bunt it down the third base side. It bounces foul.
I'll be right back.
My money's on Ben Hostetler. He must have slipped his picture there over at the PA area to get that picture up there. Whatever it is. Well, Ben's up there on the scoreboard, but Danny's at the plate. The pitch. Swung on, trying to jam them inside. Tied him up on the swing. Strike 2.
Yeah, now Danny, I was surprised to see a bunt on that first attempt. He's done a really good job putting the ball in play, but, if you're Hiland here, you want to make sure you get one run, but see if Danny can battle.
And the pitch. It's going to be lifted the air down the left field line. It's going to be a foul ball.
Just hit off the top of that corner down there.
Hostetler, second team All-Ohioan, batting .448, 2 homers and 27 RBIs for the senior catcher and left-handed batter.
And that's one thing Danny does is all year he's been willing to take that outside pitch, that off-speed pitch the other direction. He's going to choke up, put a quick swing on the ball.
The pitch. So it'll be a dribble up the air down the right field line. It's going to be a foul ball into the seats. Got in front of that one on the swing, but it stays at 1-2.
Now they got Danny up on the board.
Somebody figured it out.
Yes, they did. But I am going to send that to Ben's parents.
As you should. The pitch. That's high. Good take that time by Hostetler. Goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You talk about key players on this Hiland team, and Danny's one of them. His defense as a catcher is exceptional, and he's hitting .464, 27 runs batted in. He's done about everything you could ask him to do.
Yeah, one of the most valuable players on the team with everything that he does do for this team. The pitch. Swing and a miss and a curveball in the dirt in strike 3. Good scoop also by catcher Colton Smilik, but that'll be now out number 1. So 1 away on the strikeout. Second strikeout thrown by Shelley. At the plate, Logan Yoder. Yoder bats from the right side, wearing number 16. He's the junior third baseman, batting .345, 1 homer, and 21 runs batted in.
You can see Lake Center, they all shifted over to the left side here.
That's going to be a bit low inside, going to be ball 1. And today's player of the game presented by Buckeye Deli in the Patio, where great food meets great times, from delicious pizza and bar snacks to milkshakes and other beverages. Buckeye Deli in the Patio in Nashville. And the pitch. And it'll be just a bit low for a ball, goes to 2-0.
Yeah, and Logan got hit by that pitch yesterday. It looked like that first pitch almost clipped his knee. Logan had a big hit down in the regional tournament to get Hiland on the board. Let's see if he's able to come through. You want to take advantage of that leadoff double.
The pitch. That's way outside. Good take. It's ball 3. 3-0 count now to Yoder.
And I imagine he's going to be taken here. He's not going to swing at something he can't drive. But I don't know. Do you give him a good fastball? Do you go ahead and let him swing away?
We'll see what happens. Shelley, now the pitch. It does take all the way, it looks like, on the inside corner for a strike. Goes to 3-1 the Yoder.
And you're still way ahead here in the count, but, the way Shelley's pitched so far, you got to be aware of that off-speed pitch here. 3-1. He's not going to go ahead and just throw you a fastball, but big hole on the right side if Logan's able to get it over that direction.
The pitch. Swing and a miss, and a curveball. That's going to be strike 2. Full count now to Yoder.
Yeah, you just need Logan to put something in play here. Shorten up, put a good swing on it.
Full count. Grady Monigold's at second base. There's 1 away. Shelley. Now the payoff going to be a called strike 3. Another curveball in the inside corner. And there's now 2 down. Back-to-back Ks thrown by Caleb Shelley.
Yeah, and you'd like to see Logan go ahead and try to foul that pitch off. It's a little close. I know he started that curveball at his hip.
Here's Keith Hersberger. He's made a couple terrific defensive plays already in this contest. Bats from the right side of the plate wearing number 10. The senior shortstop is batting .254, has 6 RBIs. That pitch going to drop in there for a strike and goes to 0-1.
And Lake Center's outfield did move in a little bit. Center field is still playing a little bit deep. But there is a lot of green out there. Grady's going to have to get a good secondary so he can score on a base hit here.
And the pitch. It's going to be a chopper down the third base side, but it bounces foul. 0-2 count. And, of course, Monigold left the sending off with a double to that right center field gap. But Shelley one pitch away from working his way out of this.
Yeah, and if you're Hiland, Danny, Coach Degas had him try to lay down a bunt to get him to third base, but it's kind of a tough situation there. Danny's one of your better RBI guys.
Here's the pitch. Going to be outside. Good hold for ball one. Didn't chase after it. 1-2 the count now to Keith Hirschberger.
And that's kind of the same pattern we saw yesterday from Fairview. Those kids really, they weren't just out there throwing the ball. They were pitching, and so far Shelley's doing the same thing here.
Shelley, now the pitch. In the dirt, bounces away from the catcher. Smilek going after that ball near the backstop. He'll track it down, but that does allow Monigold to advance to third base on the wild pitch.
And that's one of those things here, that big backstop. You got to pay attention. I doubt he's going to throw that curveball again here because, if you bounce it, there was a team last night, they scored 2 runs on a pass ball. Right now, Keith just needs a base hit. That makes it a little bit easier to get Grady in from third base. Right now, he's just looking to hit something down and hard. Try to get one through the infield or hit a line drive.
Shelley back to the windup. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a fly ball.
That'll do the job.
Right field, in there for a base hit by Hirschberger. That'll knock in Monigold from third. Hiland strikes first. They have a 1-0 lead. Well, you get the wild pitch, and then a soft hit to right center field, and Hirschberger, his 7th RBI of the season. Hawks take the 1-0 advantage.
And right there is a perfect example. He didn't want to throw that curveball. It was a 78-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside corner, and you can't be happier for Keith Hirschberger. Hit that ball right over the second baseman's head. Great at bat.
What a game he's had already. I mean, not to trade 2 great defensive plays in that first inning, and now the big hit right there.
Couldn't ask for much more. Now you got to be ready for that pass ball again.
Outside for a ball. Cade Beachy stands in, batting from the right side, wearing number 2, the senior left fielder, batting .267, 18 RBIs. 1-0 Hiland with run here in the bottom of the second inning. Throw to first base and diving back safely is Hirschberger. And you talked about all the time, John. That's the example right there, just taking the pitch where it's at. And you got outside, not trying to pull that ball.
You got to take what the pitcher's going to give you there, and that's exactly what Keith did.
That pitch, that's going to be a bit low for a ball, a 2-0 count.
And, one thing, we came into this game, they got to know Ohio State commit playing third base who pitches and throws really hard. And that's who Hiland, that's who I kind of expected them to throw.
The pitch. So it'll be a fly ball. Beating deep left field. Going after it is Grant Koblenz, and he will make the catch. That is out number 3.
But in doing that, you start a kid that has a lot more off-speed pitches, but I almost think that's going to help the bottom of the Hiland order make contact a little bit better.
Hawks get a run now through 2. It's Hiland 1 and Lake Center Christian nothing. This is state championship baseball on WKLM.
At Home Siding Contractors, our mission is to give homeowners a quality product, whether it's our vinyl siding or our energy-efficient replacement windows and doors. Home Siding Contractors is ready to turn your home into one of your biggest energy-saving assets. You'll notice the difference as your home will stay warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. Call 888-725-6619 for a in-home estimate or find all of our products at homesiding.com.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
Whether you're exploring faith for the first time or looking for a place to call home, Northside Church invites you to be a part of their growing community. Join them for services Sundays at 9 and 10:30 a.m., where you'll find inspiring messages and a welcoming atmosphere for all ages. And for 6th to 12th graders, Northside Student Ministry meets Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. during the school year. Visit them at 1207 Worcester Road, just north of Joel Pomerane Hospital in Millersburg. They can't wait to meet you at Northside Church.
Grant Koblenz and Colton Smilik. Klingelhofer bats from the right side, wearing number 2, in the senior second baseman. Here's the pitch. Check swing, and that's going to be...
You want to check with first base, and they say he did not swing.
Go.
It was close.
It was. Ball 1. And Klingelhofer batting .301, has 1 homer, 20 runs batted in on the season. The Tigers, no runs, 1 hit. They've left 2 runners on base so far. Canal has struck out 1. He's walked 2 on 30 pitches. That pitch going to be... a cold strike on the inside corner, goes to 1-2.
And that's the thing that we talked about. If Caden can get through that first, second inning, get that curveball, get the feel for it, usually he gets better as the game goes along.
The line, the pitch. It's going to be a bouncer towards short, going to be grabbed by Hirschberger, throws to first base, going to be in time for the out. Hirschberger.
Have yourself a day, Keith.
Wow. Gobbling up everything at shortstop. That was behind the second base bag. He still made the play, the glove, and the throw, and there's now 1 down. But that's a pitcher. How big is that, Sean? You know, you guys got behind it, can make plays like that. Just helps you kind of settle down a little bit, doesn't it?
Well, I believe when you interviewed Danny, he claimed that, hey, we got the best defense in the state of Ohio, and they're flashing the leather so far today.
I'm not going to argue with that. Now to the top of the order for Grant Koblenz. What a play by Hirschberger. The pitch. That's going to be a fastball. And that'll be on the inside corner for a strike 0-1 count. Koblenz line out the short. That was Hirschberger back in the first inning.
You know, Colin's still playing pretty shallow. I would prefer him take a couple steps back, but...
A pitch, a chopper towards second. Charging after it now. It's going to be Wagler. Gloves it. Over the first. Be a high throw. Trying to flip it. And flips it too high. It bounces into the dugout, so it'll allow him to an automatic extra base. So trying to flip that a little quickly and just got it too high on the throw out of his hands. And that'll be an error to allow Koblenz to get the second base.
Yeah, I think he would probably like to have that one back. I would have rather seen a bare hand. You know, go ahead and take that pitch. It's really hard to get that ball out of your glove on the run like that. And with it going out of play, he was able to advance. Danny was there to back it up, but he just wasn't able to keep that ball from going into the dugout. And now, second time here, Caden's going to have to work out of a little bit of a jam here with a runner on second base.
1-0 Hiland. Runner at second, 1 out for Lake Center Christian. Here on the top of the third, here's Colton Smilik.
And you knew it was going to be a bang-bang play at first.
Had the charge after it, which he did. And a look at second base. In the pitch. Fastball gets going to be a bit high. Smilik, he walked in his first at bat on 4 pitches, so he has not seen a strike so far. 1-0 Hawks in the state championship.
You know, that's one thing. Hiland's been here before. They're going to settle down.
And he'll spin around as Canal fakes the throw to second base. Remember, if you get into a collision, make your first call to Finish Line Auto Body, where they have experts in collision repair, and they'll even help with up to $500 of your insurance deductible. Give Brooks a call, 674-1483. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll be strike 1. 1-1 count now to Smilik.
And, you know, Caden's going to buckle down here. He's not going to let that phase him. And as a pitcher, you can't. You got to be locked in. And the only thing you can be focused on is executing your pitches. I guess that's what we get for saying Hiland's flashing the leather, huh?
Yeah. Swing and a miss. And strike 2. 1-2 the count.
Now he's way ahead in the count here. If he could get a punch out, that'd be huge. And how many times have I said it? Don't give him anything too good to hit. But, you know, I never had a curveball like Caden's got. So if you think he can throw for a strike and get a swing and miss, go for it.
Here's the pitch. Way high, goes off the mitt of the catcher, Danny Hosta. That'll go to the backstop on that high pitch, and over to third base is Grant Koblenz.
Yeah, that looked like that one just got away from him, Caden. And now, you know, there are a lot more ways to score from third base than there are from second. But, you know, you're one pitch here from getting a strikeout, and that would be huge. But Coach Dagus and Richie down there, they're going to bring the infield in and try to cut this run off at home if they can.
So Koblenz at third base. 2-2 count, Colton Smilik. 1 out in the inning. 1-0 Hawks as the Tigers trying to tie this ball game up. Canal from the stretch. And the pitch. Going to be just a bit low. Didn't miss by much, but ball 3.
Yeah, you hit a good spot there. That's a tough pitch to take if you're Lake Center. We've seen them do that a couple times already here early in this ball game, but it's a big pitch right here.
Full count. Candle with the payoff. Going to be outside, ball 4. That'll walk in. Third walk through to the game by Candle. And now runners at the corners with 1 away.
And now if you're Lake Center here, you can be a little bit aggressive. You got your number 3 hitter up, but I imagine our middle infield, we're going to play at double play depth. Be interesting to see if he squares up here, tries to lay down a bunt and get this runner in from third base. I imagine he's going to send him.
Hecker, number 3 batter on the order, lined out the short in his first at bat. First turned into a double play, the pitch. That's going to be a fastball just a bit outside for a ball. 1-0 count now to Hecker.
And, Caden, I'd like to see him still be aggressive here. Go attack that plate. Keep throwing strikes, pound strike zone.
Smilik at first. Koblenz at third. There's 1 out. 1-0 Hawks. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. Candle. Now the pitch. Swung on to be fouled to the backstop. Goes to 1 ball, 1 strike now to Luke Heckert.
Looked like he might have went with an off-speed pitch there. Had him out in front. And if you're Lake Center, you're just looking for a ground ball or a fly ball to get that run in from third. Hiland right now, you're just trying to minimize the damage. Kind of surprised they have not sent that runner from first base, but he does not have a really big lead.
Go to first base right now. Candle thinking that same thing, and the tag applied by Koblenz, but he'll dive in safely, does Colton Smilik. Smilik, of course, the catcher. So possibly not a bunch of speed over there, but he is that number 2 batter on the order. Here's Candle from the stretch. And the pitch. There's a bunt, but a bunt's it foul. Just trying to lay it down. But instead of foul ball on that bunt attempt, goes to 1-2 to Heckert.
Now, it looked to me like that was a safety squeeze. The runner from third did not take off.
No.
He was going to make sure he was able to get that bunt down, and he wasn't able to do it. So now he's on a hole 1-2. You would assume he's not going to be bunting here, but, if I'm a coach, this is a pretty good count to run in. I like to run in a 1-2 count.
Candle. Now the pitch. Swanby fouled away. That was a nice pitch that time of the curve by Candle, but Heckert chopped it away off the bat. Stays at 1-2.
And the umpire, he's doing Danny a favor there. We're taking a little stroll out there, talking to Caden, giving Danny a chance to recover. That foul ball nicked him pretty good.
Lake Center Christian 28-4 coming in. Hiland a record of 30-1 on the season. Number 1 against number 2 in the state championship, and it's been a good one so far as expected. Candle trying to work his way out of this jam. First and third, there's 1 away. 1-2 count to Luke Heckert.
And Caden's gotten a lot more deliberate since he's got a couple base runners on, taking his time.
Couple nods, down the pitch. Jack Swinky fouls it straight back. And the count will again stay at 1-2.
I'd go ahead here, throw a pitch on the outside corner off the plate, see if you get him to reach for it. Some of these pitches, he's been able to get the bat on, foul him off. Thought that ball was coming right at us.
Yeah, no doubt.
Just hit the top of the screen. Thought Natalie was going to make a catch.
We don't want that to happen. That's going to be a fastball just a bit outside for a ball as Natalie looks back our direction. And that's going to be ball 2. That didn't miss by much.
No, it did not. I'm not sure.
Wow. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Several times here, these Lake Center kids have taken pitches that have been really, really close. They're making Caden work.
Candle up to 46 pitches thrown so far into this third inning. Of course, the runner got the second base on that last pitch. That's Smilik. Runners at second and third. And the pitch. Going to be inside, off speed. Going to be ball 3. Good scoop by Hostother, but it'll be ball 3 and a full count now to Heckert. It's been a battle here in this at bat for sure. Heckert and Caden Candle.
Yes, it has. He's done a good job fouling off a lot of pitches. Again, first base is open.
Here's the payoff. Going to be a what? Outside, ball 4. Wow, he's had a couple of those pitches on the outside part of the plate, didn't get the calls. And now, after a full count, a walk to Heckert. Now we have bases loaded. Fourth walk through in the game. 8 pitches in that at bat. And now Caleb Shelley, who grounded out the second, his first at bat, he will stand in with bases juiced and 1 out.
We got the corners in. Middle infield's at double play depth, and the one thing that this does for Hiland is it does set up a double play, and it does set up the force out at home.
And the pitch. And that'll be a curveball. That'll be on the outside corner. Got that call, and it's in the 0-1 count. He likes that side of the plate better than the other side, apparently.
Yeah, it seems so, doesn't it?
0-1 count to Shelley.
See if Caden can work out of this here.
And the pitch. Now the curveball, that's going to be in there for a strike as we wait for that call. There it is.
I know. Never really understood the benefit of taking so long as an umpire to raise your right hand.
I've certainly never understood it. Now, you've been an umpire, so I'll defer to you, but
I call it right as I see it.
I like that better. Candle, here's the 0-2. That's high, didn't offer at it. Ball 1, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I like that pitch there. Now, you set a lot of different pitches up. He started him off with 2 curveballs that were really good.
Infield up on the corners and double play depth, middle portion of the infield for the Hawks. Here's the pitch. So popped up.
Infield fly.
Infield fly. That was good in the foul territory. Going after and making the catch will be Caden Koblenz, and a huge out there. That's out number 2. And does not leave the infield, and now 1 out away from getting out of this jam.
And if you're Lake Center, you got a big bat up. So one thing, Caden, I'm not going to say it, but he's done a great job setting this guy up and pitching to him. He had him off balance that first at bat.
Yeah, Bryant struck out looking in the second inning.
Now you're one pitch away from getting out of this jam.
We saw that yesterday with Caden Koblenz after work out a couple of jams, and here we go today. Bryant stands in. Candle. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. And the pitch. So on to be fouled straight back. 0-1 count on the swing by Nathan Bryant.
Yeah, he had a really big swing. And I'm sure he's got some pretty good power. He's got 9 doubles and 3 home runs. But you just can't throw him the curveball every pitch, so imagine he'll probably see one right here, though. Caden fooled him on that first at bat with a fastball.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. Off speed there, way out in front of the swing. Strike 2. 0-2 count now to Bryant.
And after that swing, I don't think I'd go back to anything else.
Yep.
He was on that fastball, just wasn't able to catch up to it. But, hey, he might be looking for that curveball again. You never know. It's a little game of chess here between Danny and Nathan Bryant.
The pitch. Will be a fly ball. Beating deep left field underneath. That's Cade Beachy. He will make the catch.
What a job by Caden Candle. Way to get out of that jam.
Bases loaded jam. No run score for the Tigers. And now through 2.5, it's a 1-0 Hiland advantage. This is state championship baseball on WKLM.
Looking for a partner who will bring your vision to life? Tecton Engineering in Berlin is your go-to for civil, residential, and commercial engineering, customizing their approach to suit your unique needs. And for creative design that sets your project apart, trust Brick and Banister Design. Whether it's residential or commercial, they specialize in innovative design and construction drawings to keep your project on track, on budget, and exactly as you envision. Visit tecton-eng.com and brickandbannisterdesign.com today. Call 893-0230. Proud supporters of the Hiland Hawks and West Holmes Knights.
This is Mose Beachy. I'm an independent Beamer partner. In 2004, I was paralyzed due to an industrial accident and lived in great discomfort with left calf, cold feet, and no feeling in toes. I was introduced to Beamer in 2016 as a FDA-cleared Class 2 medical device that enhances oxygen delivery and removal of carbon dioxide, local blood flow and circulation, muscle performance, strength, conditioning, and recovery. For service, sales, and rental, call Mose at 330-231-8010 or log on to alife.beamergroup.com. That is alife.beamergroup.com.
Dreaming of a perfect affordable home? Discover family-owned Hartford Homes. Hartford Homes, with over 50 years combined experience in the construction industry, offers turnkey homes including all land improvements, resulting in a stress-free custom home built for you. Our commitment to quality, community, and sustainability sets us apart. Visit HartfordHomesOhio.com today to schedule your visit. Tour inside 2 different model homes or browse our 22 online models. Discover Hartford Homes in Jeromesville and start your journey to a dream home.
He did. Well, I don't blame him. I almost like putting him on.
Yep. Bottom half of the third, 1-0 lead for Hiland. Now at the plate will be the 9, 1, and 2 batters. Caden Candle followed by the top of the order, Caden Koblenz and Mike Miller. Candle bats from the left side, wearing number 3, the senior pitcher, batting .333. That pitch will be a fly ball toward right field, going to be in there for a bloop single. Caden Candle, first pitch swinging, bounces it in there to help his cause of the mound for the leadoff single for the Hawks.
And, this would be huge if Hiland's able to get on the board this inning and create a little bit of distance between them and Lake Center. That was a nice swing by Caden. He's been swinging the bat really well throughout the tournament. Now you got the top of the order up. You got a lot of options here. Caden's got some really good power, but do you go ahead and lay down that bunt here?
Here's Caden Koblenz through his bunt. He way high.
That'll
off
work.
the middle, the catcher rolls to the backstop. That's going to allow Candle to get to second base on that play. And now runner at second base, you don't have to lay that bunt down to advance the runner.
No, you do not. I would probably go ahead and let him swing away here, but I don't know. Coach Dagas did give him some signs there. But, hey, sometimes as a pitcher, when you see that guy square up to bunt, it rattles you because you're going to have to get off the mound and make a play at first. And we saw Fairview try that tactic.
The pitch. Swung on, be fouled straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike. And, of course, the 16 RBIs as well going into this game today. First team All-Ohio, and, of course, had the single now at second base. And a 1-1 count to Caden Koblenz, who flew out the left in his first at-bat.
And I'd have to think a base hit here will score a run because, like I said, Lake Center's playing really, really deep.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Way out in front that time for strike 2. 1-2 count now to Caden Koblenz.
And now Caden's, he's got to shorten up here. And like we said, ground ball to the right side. Your job is to get that guy to third base now. Don't get fooled by an off-speed pitch and foul off a fastball if you have to.
Shelley, couple looks at second base and the pitch. Swing and a miss with a curveball down low, strike 3, and that'll be his 4th strikeout through into the game, Caleb Shelley, and there's now 1 away. Mike Miller to the plate. He struck out looking in his first at-bat. Today's player of the game presented by Buckeye Deli in the Patio, where great food meets great times, from delicious pizza and bar snacks to milkshakes and other beverages. That's Buckeye Deli in the Patio in Nashville.
Mike had a couple nice at-bats yesterday. Let's see if he can give Hiland another one.
The pitch. That's going to be a fastball, going to be on the outside corner for a strike, and Miller struck out looking his first at-bat today. Runner at second, there's 1 out.
And if you're Mike here, you want to try to hit a line drive somewhere, get that ball through the infield.
Candle leads off at second. 1-0 Hawks, bottom of the third inning from Canal Park. Shelley now the pitch. It's going to be a chopper down the third base side, bounces foul. 0-2 count to Miller. Reminder, this game live on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com. Michael Hammond back at the studio. We're also video streaming this contest on delay. We'll post that to the WKLM YouTube page immediately following this game. That is courtesy of the Claxon Communications. Casey Claxon producing today's live stream coverage. That'll be fouled back on the swing by Miller. Stays at 0-2. And also, it's Natalie Holbrook and Andrew Dunlap working the cameras today. It'll be posted on YouTube immediately following today's contest. 0-2 count, Mike Miller.
Well, Brian's coming in here to talk to him a little bit. Not exactly sure the conversation here. I'm sure it's got to be some kind of strategy, what pitch you want to throw in this situation. And if you're Mike, you got to be looking for that outside corner. Got him with the curveball out there last time, and if he does throw that, go ahead and hit it down the left field line. Don't leave it up to the umpire here.
The pitch. That's going to be a bit outside for a ball. 1-2 count now to Miller.
Yeah, that one a little bit too far off the plate. Good take.
Shelley stares in. Finds what he wants. And the sophomore. Now with the pitch. It's going to be a bouncer down the first base line, but it rolls foul. Sharply hit ball on the ground. Rolls foul just to the right of that first base bag. It stays at 1-2.
Yeah, that ball wasn't too far from hitting the base down there. Put a good swing on it. Looked like an inside pitch there, fastball. Like I said, if you're Mike, you're just looking to put the ball in play right now.
Shelley, now the pitch. That's high. He'll lay off it. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Miller. Good at bat so far. 6 pitches. Now with Mike Miller on that 2-2 count.
Yeah, he's had a pretty good 2-strike approach here. And, here's one thing. You got Colin Koblenz on deck, so you don't really want to put Mike on base.
And the pitch. It's going to be a bouncer toward short. It'll be in the center field, a base hit. That'll score Candle. Rounding third comes in. He will score just past the outstretched glove of the shortstop, Brandon Myers, who went after it. An RBI single by Mike Miller on a 2-2 offering. Candle scores, Hiland up 2-0.
And what have we talked about? You got situation, you got a runner in scoring position. Anything but a pop-up. Hit the ball hard down somewhere, and good things will happen, and that's exactly what Mike did. What an at-bat. Fouled off several key pitches there and got something he was able to get the barrel on and got that RBI.
13th RBI of the season, 2-0 Hawks in the third inning. Here's Colin Koblenz. He flew out the center and a hard hit ball to the warning track in that first inning.
And now with this huge outfield, if he can plug a gap, we saw it yesterday.
The pitch. It's going to be a line toward left field. It's going to be a diving grab by Grant Koblenz. What a catch there on the snag for the second out.
Yeah, he made a nice catch, came in on it. That ball was dying. Kind of thought it might get down in front of him, but he made a great play.
Well, Koblenz, he's been robbed twice today.
Yes, he has.
Grady Monigold, of course, had that gap shot, the leadoff double, the last inning, and eventually he would score the first run of the game. Now at the plate with a runner at first base and 2 outs. 2-0 Hawks, bottom of the third inning. The pitch. That's going to be a curveball bit low. It's going to be ball 1, 1-0 count now to Monigold.
Let's see if you don't want to take the bat out of Grady's hands, but if you can get Michael to second base here at some point in this count, that would be huge.
And the pitch. It's going to be a bouncer toward short. That's going to be backhanded by Myers. Throws to first base, long throw in time for the out. Nice play by Myers. That's the third out. Hawks do score, though, and now through 3. Hiland 2 and Lake Center Christian nothing. This is State Championship Baseball on WKLM. For the best pizza, chicken, and ice cream, stop by Kidron Pizza. They're proud to continue serving the same delicious, mouth-watering pies that have won the hearts of pizza lovers everywhere. With locally sourced ingredients and a dedication to excellence, every bite is a celebration to their legacy and the flavors of the community. Located at 4692 Kidron Road in Kidron. They offer delivery within a 10-mile radius. Call 857-3000 to place your order. They're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 8, closed Sunday and Monday. Join them in tasting tradition for yourself. Kidron Pizza, where the tradition continues. Get ready for all your Father's Day gatherings with these great deals at Roadie's IGA. They have 2 to 3 ounce frozen lobster tails for $3.98. USDA choice boneless New York strip steak for $11.98 a pound. 80% lean family pack fresh ground chuck for $3.98 a pound. Lewis Bake Shop hamburger buns for $2.98. 4-pound package of frozen family pack chicken wings for $9.98. Gerber's chicken thighs or drumsticks for $1.69 a pound. And USDA choice boneless beef brisket for $5.98 a pound. Happy Father's Day at Roadie's IGA Marketplace in Millersburg.
Are you ready to accelerate towards your dreams with a new car, ATV, boat, or some extra cash for personal needs? This is Zach Deidinger, a banking center manager at the Commercial and Savings Bank, here to help you fund your next adventure. Our team of experts is committed to finding the right solution for you with competitive rates, flexible terms, and personalized service. Visit csb1.com to apply online or give us a call at 800-654-9015 to speak with a loan specialist and discover the CSB advantage. The Commercial and Savings Bank. Relationships you can bank on. Member FDIC.
Brandon Myers followed by Jacob Ranieri and Wyatt Cottle. Myers doubled his first time up. Lake Center Christian with the no runs, 1 hit so far. They've left 5 runners on base, though. Caden Cannell, he has struck out 1. He's walked 4 on 55 pitches. 35 of those pitches, though. That pitch going to be a bit high for a ball. Gets the 1-0 count in that last inning. 56 pitch thrown right there as he steers in. Roxon fires now the pitch. And that'll be down low for a ball. 2-0 count now to Myers.
And we do see Lake Center has somebody going out to the bullpen here. I'm not sure who that would be. But right now, Hiland's got to worry about playing defense. You were able to score another run there. You want to keep it going. Don't give in.
2-0 Hawks in the top of the fourth. Here's the wind, the pitch by Canal. That'll be a fastball on the inside corner for a called strike. Goes to 2-1. The Killbuck Savings Bank proudly supporting the local youth, and they hope that you all knock it out of the park, celebrating 125 years of serving the community. That's the Killbuck Savings Bank. That pitch going to be a bit outside. No, on the outside corner for a strike. I try to wait for him.
I know.
I really do. But eventually he does make the call. 2-2 count. Here's the wind and the pitch. And that pitch going to be...
How is that not strike three?
That looked like the same spot, but apparently
strike
it's outside.
two, I mean, excuse me.
Full count. Now to Myers. Candle. Now time is called as Myers will step out of the batter's box.
How many pitches has Caden thrown?
He's up to 60 pitches thrown so far.
He's had to work, but he did have a couple quick innings.
Here's the payoff. Swampy fouled away into the seats. The count remains full now to Myers. Reminder, later on tonight we'll also have Division 5 State Championship Baseball. Wayndale in action against Graham. And that'll be live on FM 95.3 and Stream 1. Of course, delayed video stream coverage after the game as well. The pitch. Swampy a bouncer towards second. To be backhanded by Wagler. He'll throw to first base. It's going to be a low throw. Nice stretch by Koblenz for out number one.
Yeah, he made that a little interesting. He overran that ball a little bit, but he was able to get his glove back and make that play. Did a good job staying down on it.
One away now for the Tigers. 2-0 Hiland at the plate. Jacob Ranieri, who walked in his first at-bat back in the second.
And I think that's Luke Heckert throwing out there in the pen for Lake Center, number 34.
Candle. The wide in the pitch. It's going to be a fly ball towards center field right at Colin Koblenz. He'll make that grab. There's two away.
And, if he can get this out here, that'll be really big. Keep that pitch count down a little bit. He's had to work through some traffic out there on the bases the last couple innings. If you can get a quick one here and get that offense back in the dugout and see if they can put some more runs up on the board for him.
Here's Wyatt Cottle, who flew out the right in his first at-bat. Handle the wide and the pitch. That's going to be a bit outside for a ball. 1-0 count now to Wyatt Cottle. 2 down, nobody aboard for the Tigers. They trail at 2-0 in the fourth inning.
I'm surprised we didn't call time because we got kids running out of the bullpen across the outfield.
Yeah, swing and a miss for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's what I'm kind of surprised a little bit. They don't give them access to the tunnel that goes underneath the concourse. But none of the umpires saw it.
The pitch. Off speed, way out in front of that swing for strike 2, 1-2 the count.
And that's the thing, that last inning, I know he had to work out of the jam, but we saw that curveball starting to get some bite to it.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out of the high heat for strike 3. Second strikeout thrown in the game by Candle. It goes 1-2-3 for the Tigers in the top of the fourth. Through 3.5, Hiland 2, Lake Center Christian nothing. This is state championship baseball on WKLM. At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help manage any chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's health.
This is Jeff Allison at Burgett Insurance. I have partnered with Buckeye Insurance Group to provide our customers with insurance coverage at competitive rates, backed by outstanding service. If you would like a no-obligation review of your farm, home, or auto insurance, see me, Jeff Allison at Burgett Insurance. Buckeye Insurance Group and Burgett Insurance, working together to protect you.
Attention Knights Nation, this is Noah Clark with Clark Fowler Electric. As a proud sponsor of West Home Sports from T-ball all the way through high school, Clark Fowler Electric Motors and Supplies is on top of the game. With almost 3 decades as the area's leading provider in parts, repairs, and service, Clark Fowler is a team that you can count on. If you've had a breakdown, we'll get you back up and running and get you back into the game. Visit ClarkFowlerElectric.com for more details and information and all your electric motor needs. Go Knights!
All right, for the bottom of the 4th inning, it is, of course, a 2-0 lead for Hiland. The pitch going to be out in the outside corner for a strike. It'll be Danny Hostother, followed by Logan Yoder and Keith Hirschberger at the plate, the 5, 6, and 7 batters. Here's the wind, the pitch by Caleb Shelley, and that's going to be a swan chop foul down the first base side. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hostother, he struck out swinging in his first at bat. And Hiland so far, the 2 runs, 1 run in each of the last 2 innings. They've gotten 4 hits in all. All that's come in the last 2 innings as well. And they left 2 runners on base. Shelley has struck out 4, no walks. Here's the winding and the pitch. It's going to be a fly ball foul into the seats in the left field side. He'll stay at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Shelley has thrown 55 pitches for the game. 2-0 Hawks in the bottom of the 4th. Division 6 state championship baseball. Matt Croy alongside John Monigold with the call. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a grounder toward short. Scooped up by Myers. Fires to first base in time. It's out number 1.
You got to like the hustle by Danny out of the box there. He made that a lot closer than it could have been, but shortstop's made a couple nice plays here. You got Grady on that ball in the hole, and right there he was able to get Danny by a step.
1 away now. Here's Logan Yoder, who struck out looking in his first at bat. And whether you need tires, low with Fiam Tires and Service, fully equipped auto service, or semi-truck tires, stop by Millersburg Tire Service on State Route 39, Millersburg. That pitch will be popped up in the shallow right field. Could be trouble looking for the ball. It's going to be caught by second baseman Chance Klingelhofer, though, for the second out.
Just not able to get on top of that pitch there.
Millersburg Tire Service, you can visit them online at MillersburgTireService.com. They're in business for over 72 years. 2 down, nobody aboard for the Hawks, up 2-0. Here's Keith Hirschberger. Of course, had an RBI single in the second, his 7th RBI of the season.
Yeah, he had a couple defensive web gems out there.
Here's Shelley the pitch. And that's going to be down, make that in there for a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 count to Keith Hirschberger.
Then he came through with that clutch 2-out RBI.
Shelley now the pitch. Down low, going to be ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. I know you're talking about, John, the fact you got a chance to coach a lot of these guys down in Little League and kind of see these guys kind of grow up and really neat to see what they've been able to do here at the high school level.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, kind of knew this group had a chance to be pretty special. A lot of work went into that, but, you know, it's a pleasure to watch them come up here and succeed, I can tell you that.
The 1-1 swung on me, line to the center field, base hit by Keith Hirschberger. His second hit today as Hirschberger, he's been locked in on both sides of the ball, and a 2-out single for Hirschberger. Now Cade Beachy flew out the left in his first at bat, and you mentioned a lot of work has gone into that. You hear a lot about so-and-so was really good in Little League, but to kind of taper it off wasn't as good at the high school level. But these guys, it hasn't been just talent. A lot of work has gone into being the players that they are. Here's the pitch. Swampy bouncer toward third. Scooped up by Bryant. Throws the first in time for the out.
Yeah, nice play by the third baseman there. But, yeah, to touch on what you were mentioning, these kids put in a lot of work. They don't settle for anything, and, you know, they're just as hungry this year.
No run score there now through 4, a 2-0 Hiland lead. This is state championship baseball on WKLM.
At Wayne Door, we are your trusted partner in helping you build your dream home with quality technicians who pay attention to every detail so you won't have to pay costly future repairs. At Wayne Door, we only install high-quality products to protect your family for generations to come. We have your whole house covered with garage doors, windows, and more. So choose the team at Wayne Door. People you can trust since 1973. Visit waynedoor.com for a free quote today.
Attention students and parents near the Garaway and Hiland districts. Ready to kickstart a future in business? Be a part of the Buckeye Business Academy Open House, August 2nd from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the Holmes Center for the Arts in Berlin. Discover how students gain valuable office and computer skills, accounting knowledge, and industry-recognized credentials that employers want. Whether you're planning for college or the workforce, your business journey starts here. Don't miss it, August 2nd at the Holmes Center for the Arts. Learn more at the Buckeye Business Academy Open House. Transform your home with the timeless beauty of cedar without the hassle. At MRV Siding Supply. With maintenance-free sham-clad shiplap siding. The perfect blend of style and durability. Whether it's for porch ceilings, siding, or shutters, their sham-clad shiplap siding offers the latest designs that everyone is talking about. No staining, no sealing, just stunning, hassle-free elegance. Get the look of cedar and elevate your home with sham-clad shiplap siding today. That's MRV Siding Supply in Millersburg, Newark, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Visit them on the web at mrvsiding.com.
In the state championship game at the plate for the Tigers, the 9-1-2 batters, Chance Klingelhofer, followed by the top of the order, Grant Koblenz and Colton Smilik. Klingelhofer, he rounded out the short in his first at bat in that third inning. 2-0 Hawks, top of the fifth. Canal remains on the mound for Hiland. And as he stares in, here's the line and the pitch. And they'll be in the dirt for ball one. As for Lake Center Christian, no runs, one hit so far today. That was the double back in the second. That's been it as far as hits are concerned. And they've left 5 runners on base. Handle now with the 1-0 offering. And that's going to be a fastball going to be outside for a ball, a 2-0 count. Candle struck out 2. He's walked 4 in the game. And he's thrown 69 pitches. And the wind in the pitch here. So on check swing, it'll be foul it straight back. Goes to 2 balls and a strike now to Klingelhofer.
Yeah, it'd be huge here. You get 9 man out, and then you get to the top of the order with already having 1 man out. Makes it a lot easier on your defense.
Handle now the pitch. That fastball should bunt, pulled it back. It's going to be in there for a strike anyway. And it goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're going to show bunt there. That was a great pitch to bunt. See if Caden can put him away here.
And the pitch. Curveball going to be a cold strike 3 on the inside corner. He's going to the dugout.
Yeah, he knew it too right away. Buckled his knees. Nice curveball by Caden. That's a big thing. You know, if he can get ahead in the count, it's a lot easier to pitch, and you can really use that.
Third strikeout there in the game by Candle. 1 down, nobody aboard for Lake Center Christian. 2-0 Hiland. Now to the top of the order. Grant Koblenz is at the plate. 0 for 2 has reached base 1 time on an error. Has lined out the short 1 time. That fastball is going to be a bit high for a ball. It's time to be thinking about those concrete projects. Holmes Ready Mix of Millersburg offers ready mix concrete, precast blocks, and a variety of mason and concrete products. All for prices and delivery options of ready mix concrete. That pitch going to be in the dirt for a ball at 674-0865 and sand and gravel 674-8121. That's Holmes Ready Mix.
Now you got a 2-run lead. It doesn't seem like a whole lot here, but if you're Caden, you definitely don't want to be walking any more batters. Make them hit the ball, put it in play.
That pitch down low and away, going to be ball 3, 3-0 count now to the leadoff batter, Grant Koblenz.
Make him hit it. Let your defense work.
And the pitch. And that'll be inside, ball 4. So it'll walk him on 4 pitches. 5th walk through of the day by Caden Candle. So they'll come with 1 out in the inning. And Koblenz will take his base. For Koblenz on the season, 30 stolen bases for him, so definitely plenty of speed out there. Colton Smilik has walked twice.
See if Coach Byler has him lay down a bunt just to get that guy in the scoring position. He's got a really big lead. He might just try a fake bunt and a steal.
And the pitch. Swamby, high pop-up. And the shallow left field. Looking for it is Hirschberg. Will be called off instead by Beachy. He makes the grab. Good communication the second out. And we've talked about that today. Also, they've gotten some guys on base, but how many pop-ups we've seen here when guys have been on base here for the Tigers.
Yeah, Caden's been able to get a lot of fly balls, a lot of pop-ups here. And that's a huge out, keeping that runner at first base with 2 outs now. And, you know, Cade did a great job. Keith was going back and was camped under that ball, but as a left fielder, if you're coming in on it, it's a lot easier for you to make that play.
2 down, runner at first. Candle from the stretch. And the pitch. So on to be fouled straight back. 0-1 count on the swing by Heckert. who is 0 for 1 with the line out the short and also a walk so far today. Canal at 77 pitches thrown so far on the afternoon. From Canal Park in Akron. 2-0 Hawks in the state championship.
See if he can keep executing his pitches here.
And the pitch. Swung on, be popped up. First base side, foul territory. Near the seats is going to be into the seats. And it goes rather to no balls and 2 strikes.
Nice catch by a Lake Center fan over there. He didn't even stand up. It just plopped right in his lap.
Just like he's done it before.
Yes, sir. Now you're way ahead in the count here. You can attack this hitter in a lot of different ways. Like I said, I'm kind of surprised Coach Byler hasn't tried to get that runner to second base.
Especially with that speed that Koblenz has. Here's the pitch. Be high and away for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Heckert. 2-0 Hawks.
And that's a good pitch there. Give him something that he can't hit. Maybe entice a swing. See if he comes back with that curveball on the outside corner.
Handle. Now the pitch. Runner going. Swung on. Be a fly ball. That'd be toward mini deep right center. Koblenz is right there, and he will make the grab for out number 3.
Great pitching right there. He threw that curveball outside and got another fly ball.
No runs scored, no hits, no errors. Or runner left and through 4.5. Hiland 2 and Lake Center Christian nothing. This is state championship baseball on WKLM.
Call Berlin Heating and Cooling, your Ream Pro partner, and you know you're calling the very best. Berlin Heating and Cooling services and installs Ream and all types of furnaces and air conditioning equipment. Berlin Heating and Cooling, they're your local team you can trust. Call them today at 330-893-3057. That's 330-893-3057.
MEB Systems, a name that has been around since 1977. It is the area's flat roof specialist. Their mission statement is, serve our team, customers, and community by offering exceptional and innovative flat roofing services, all for the glory of God. MEB Systems has the experience to handle anything from scheduled maintenance to roofing multi-acre facilities protecting valuable equipment and merchandise. Call MEB Systems, your flat roof specialist, at 330-852-4333 or visit them online at MEBsystems.com. MEB Systems wishes all local athletes the best success this year.
The secret's out. Thread and Ink in Holmesville is open to take care of your custom apparel, embroidery, and screen printing needs. They offer a storefront with apparel for West Holmes, Hiland, and surrounding schools. Whether it's school spirit wear, professional business attire, accessories, or unique custom designs, they deliver excellence in every product. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 till 5. Thread and Ink is located at 8210 County Road 245 in Holmesville. Or call Justine at 330-279-9222. That's Thread and Ink, custom embroidery and screen printing in Holmesville.
5th inning, 2-0 lead for Hiland to play the 9-1-2 batters. Here's Caden Canal to lead things off, and that's going to be a fastball in the outside corner for a strike. Canal, he singled to lead off the third, eventually scored in that 3rd inning. And of course, him followed by the top of the order, Caden Koblenz and Mike Miller. Here's the wind and the pitch by Shelley. Swing and a miss. Going to be strike 2. Has a little hesitation before he comes through on the throw. 0-2 count to Canal. Hiland 2 runs on 5 hits. He left 3 runners on base. Shelley has struck out 4, no walks, and 64 pitches thrown. And the 0-2 pitch. In the dirt for a ball goes to 1-2 now to Caden Canal.
Yeah, I don't know. Came up a little bit of Nestor Cortez there with that pause on his windup.
Yep.
And then he came in with a curveball. It was even slower, so... Like I said, Hiland hitters just still got to take that approach to hit a line drive up the middle.
That fastball going to be a cold strike 3 on the outside corner, and that'll be the 5th strikeout thrown today by Caleb Shelley. And there's now a 1-1 down to the 5th for the Hawks. Now to the top of the order is Caden Koblenz. He's 0 for 2 with fly out the left and also a strikeout.
Yeah, this is a guy here. If we can get him on base, that'd be a big plus.
Bottom of the 5th, 2-0 Hawks. And Division VI State Championship baseball from Canal Park. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a chop foul down the third base side. Goes to 0-1. Stop in for weekly specials along with a great selection in the deli, meat, and produce departments. And for a fresh range for the flowers, check out the Posey Pad Floral Shop. Then before you head out, sign up for a Roadie's Rewards card at Roadie's IGA. Here's the wind and the pitch. Going to be a bit low. Hits the dirt for ball one. And 1 ball and 1 strike now. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Of course, what a great day for baseball and Father's Day in the state tournament. Here's the 1 and the 1-1 pitch now to Koblenz. That's going to be in the dirt. And going to be ball 2, 2-1 count now to Caden Koblenz.
Yeah, and he's thrown Caden quite a few off-speed pitches here. It'd be nice if we could get Caden on base. Like I said, he's got great speed out there. He could create some problems on the base paths. See if he can have a good approach, lay off that curveball.
And the pitch. It's going to be a bouncer toward third. It'll be scooped up by Bryant. Fires to first base. That'll be there in time for the second out.
Yeah, that's a couple times we've seen Bryant over there at third base make some nice plays.
Sharply hit ball, no doubt, by Koblenz, but Bryant with the good defensive play. 2 down, nobody aboard for the Hawks. We're in the bottom of the 5th, up 2-0. Here's Mike Miller. Miller, 1 for 2 at the plate, the strikeout, but also a huge RBI single in the third on a 2-2 pitch. That was his 13th RBI of the year. Here's the pitch by Shelley. Going to be fastball, going to be just a bit high, and it's ball 1. 2 down, nobody aboard for the Hawks. And the pitch. That's going to be just a bit inside. That's going to be ball 2.
Yeah, I think Mike was kind of kicking himself there. He's like, hey, man, I could have let that hit me.
Yeah.
But like I said, any of these guys can get on base.
And the pitch.
In front of Colin, who's hit the ball really hard today twice. Doesn't have much to show for it, but...
That's outside for a ball. 3-0 count, though, to Mike Miller.
Mike can get on here. It'd be nice to have somebody on base when Colin comes up. Mike's got great speed, too. I imagine he's going to take this 3-0 pitch.
And Shelley the pitch. And that will be a fastball right down Broadway for a strike. Goes to 3-1 to Mike Miller.
Mike had a big single with an RBI.
Shelley deals down the pitch. That'll be down low, ball 4, so that will take his base. It'll be the first walk through the game by Caleb Shelley. And as you mentioned, with this part of the lineup especially, you get 2 outs, you can still make something happen. And now Colin Koblenz will be at the plate.
And you can see Lake Center, they just moved back about, 20 steps when Colin steps into the box.
And discussion here at the mound for the Lake Center Christian defense. Obviously, a key situation. They're wanting to keep this in a 2-0 ball game. Colin Koblenz could change that. He's had 2 hard-hit balls today, 2 outs here, but 2 great defensive plays that have done that in the outfield.
Yeah, there's not a lot he could do about it. He hit the ball hard both times and came up empty, but right here he can make, like I said, he's a difference maker. With one swing of the bat, he can change a ball game. And I'm sure right now they're going over some strategy, and they might actually be making a pitching change here.
We'll go ahead and take a timeout here. Right now, Hiland with 2 outs, a runner at first base, up 2-0 in the bottom of the 5th. Back after this on WKLM.
Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service continues to offer the convenience of 2 great locations on US 62 in Winesburg and on County Road 201 in Berlin. The Winesburg shop will take care of heavy-duty truck and fleet customers from 7 a.m. to midnight, while the Berlin facility will repair auto and light trucks from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them in Winesburg at 330-359-5421 or in Berlin at 330-674-6970. That's Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service in Winesburg and Berlin.
Critchfield Law Firm has always been dedicated to providing the highest quality legal services to their clients throughout Holmes County and surrounding areas. Critchfield Law Firm also understands the dedication of our youth. From the classroom to the music room to athletics, Holmes County's best is represented in every academic area. Critchfield Law Firm in Millersburg, wishing all who participate the best in their endeavors.
Premier Pharmacy has more ways to serve you. I'm Joel Gauss from Premier Pharmacy, and I'm happy to announce that our newest location in Sugar Creek is open and accepting new patients. Our location in downtown Sugar Creek accepts most major insurances and offers the same great service you've come to expect in our Berlin and Millersburg locations, including delivery and vaccination services. Give us a call today at 330-852-5146 and start experiencing the Premier Pharmacy difference. Premier Pharmacy is your local, hometown, independent pharmacy.
Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, two reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
1 run, no earn, and no hits, and also struck out 3 batters, but obviously not a whole lot of time on the mound throughout the year, but bring him in a key moment here in this 5th inning.
Yeah, and I imagine he brought him in to face the lefties in this Hiland lineup, but a lot of these kids are more than capable of hitting left-handers. We saw it against South Webster.
So right here, Colin Koblenz at the plate, a fly out the center and a fly out the left so far today. 2 outs, runner at first base.
The game against West Jefferson, not South Webster. Sorry about that.
Lefty against lefty, the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball, and the throw by Grant Koblenz. Now taking over for Caleb Shelley, 1-0 count.
And you know, with his lack of experience, I'd be pretty patient here in the box. Make sure you got something you can drive.
The pitch. And that's going to be a fastball, going to be in there for a strike. Goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Keim Home Center, your home building and woodworking destination, along with built lumber, building materials, and quality millwork. Visit them on the web at keimhome.com.
And there's 2 outs. It's big as he makes contact. Mike's off to the races here.
Runner going. Going to be outside for ball. Throw to second base is going to be a high throw. He'll slide in safely. So the stolen base, Mike Miller, who timed that up extremely well, and now runner in the scoring position with 2 outs.
And that's what I said. If you're calling here, you're looking for a fastball that you can drive. And right now, with Mike being at second base, you just need to hit a line drive base hit here. With that outfield playing so deep, center fielder did come in a little bit, but I would say a base hit. They're not going to really have much of a chance to throw Mike out.
2-0 Hawks right now. Looking to add on a run in the bottom of the 5th inning. Miller leads off at second base.
You want to keep some momentum here. You got a chance to add on.
Koblenz. Now the pitch. That's going to be down low. Makes it ball 3. 3-1 count now to Colin Koblenz.
And that's the danger you run into. You know, you bring in a kid that has thrown less than 2 innings all season. He's got to come in and be able to throw a strike. And like I said, if you're calling, you're looking for 1 pitch in 1 spot, something you can do some damage with.
And the pitch. Going to be outside ball 4. That will walk him, so Koblenz will take his base on the walk thrown by Grant Koblenz. And now runners at first and second, 2 away. Here's Grady Monigold, 1 for 2 with a double, a run scored, and also a ground out the short.
And now you got a chance here to add a couple more runs. Need to have a good approach here, though. Like I said, watching him in warm-ups, he was struggling to find a strike zone, and you don't want to get out front and swing at an off-speed pitch. Make him give you something to drive.
Koblenz now the pitch. It's going to be fouled back. And out of play goes to 0-1. Good cut by Monigold on the swing. Of course, that's the problem. He faces Hiland lineup. You think, well, you can't take a deep breath after facing Colin Koblenz. You got Grady right after that. Then you have Danny Hostetler you have to deal with.
They're all more than capable, but Coach Byler's counting on his lefty being able to get him out of this jam.
Koblenz trying to do that. Couple looks at second base. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice curveball that time for strike 2. Goes to 0-2.
Yeah, now he's got to change his approach here a little bit. He's just got to make sure to take a deep breath, get reset here, change it up a little bit. Like we said, we're looking for a ground ball here, and if you have to, take it to that left side. Shortstop's covering second base.
Good speed on the bases with Koblenz at first and Mike Miller at second. And the 0-2 pitch. Outside, Ole off it, goes to ball 1.
Yeah, that was a good pitch there. He threw it outside, down low. Something that Grady couldn't get to. He did a good job taking that pitch. Like we said, he's got to try to hit this ball up the middle.
Koblenz down the pitch. And going to be just a bit outside. Good take again by Monigold. Goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to take. We've seen Lake Center kids be able to take that pitch a couple times today, but you know that umpire's been consistent on that outside corner. Grady's got himself back into the count here. And again, we're just looking for a base hit, something over the infield or on the left side.
Couple looks to second. Koblitz. Now the pitch. It's going to be a fly ball right into center field. Base hit around third base. Here's Miller. He'll come in toward home, and he is going to score. Ball cut off.
Nice at bat right there.
Monigold, the 2-2 RBI single. The Hawks have added on to the lead, a 3-0 advantage.
You know, he had those first two pitches, and, you know, he had a good one to hit that first swing. Second pitch, he swung a curveball down. He called time, got refocused, and went right back to work and got himself in the account. And now Hiland's got a chance here with another base hit to put a little more distance between them and Lake Center.
But you figure a 2-2 count, you're going to get that ball somewhere over that zone, and Koblitz knew it, sat back on it, lined it at the center field for the RBI hit. And now runners at the corners with two away. Good two-out approach here for the Hawks, and they'll have a pinch runner, Will Beachy. The freshman will be pinch running now for Grady Monigold.
Yeah, that was a big at-bat right there. You know, he was down 0-2. Talk about having a professional at-bat. He called time, got refocused. Now Danny's got a chance here to put a lot of separation. You know, you're up 3, but being up 4 looks a lot better, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Monigold adding on to that school record now, 47 runs batted in on the season, his second hit today. Here's Danny Hostetler, 0 for 2, a strikeout, and also ground out to short. Here's Koblitz, the pitch. Swung on to be fouled back. It's now an 0-1 count.
Yeah, Danny had a nice fastball to hit there. He wishes he had that one back, but you know, it's still kind of perplexing to me. I know he's left-handed, but
the state championship.
You're asking an awful lot.
Yeah, you are.
But he must have a lot of confidence in him, and you know, Grady took that pitch just off the outside corner. That was a huge take.
Here's the pitch. Swung on to be fouled back. Goes to no balls and 2 strikes now to Hostetler.
And I think Danny was probably looking for a curveball there, and he gave him 2 fastballs. So,
yep. 3-0 Hiland. We're in the bottom of the 5th. They've added on a run. Run of the second, third, and 5th innings here today.
Imagine we are going to see a curveball here.
The pitch. Swung on to be fouled back. Got a piece again as he fouls it away.
Maybe not.
Stay with the heat that time. Stays at 0-2. That ball coming right at us. And again, Natalie did not catch that ball.
She didn't even move. She didn't try. We got fans down there catching it bare hands in their lap.
I've seen her try to catch a football, and it's not pretty. So baseball especially, that's definitely not happening. Here's the pitch. Swung on the fly ball toward medium deep right field, looking for it. And now making the catch. That'll be Miller for the third out. Hiland adds on the run, though, in the bottom of the 5th through 5. Hiland 3 and Lake Center Christian nothing. This is state championship baseball on WKLM.
The other guy's insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey, Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal, and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course. At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
Taking on a large exterior home project is no small task. When you're looking for the best options in roofing, siding, windows, and doors, Provia products are the clear choice. At Provia, quality is engineered into the product, integrity is never compromised, and local craftsmanship delivers a stunning final result that will last for generations. Our experts at Keim Home Center are here to help you explore the possibilities. Visit Keim in Charm, Ohio. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Some call it overplanning. At Millersburg Electric, we call it foresight. Be prepared for the next power outage with a Generac home standby generator. After sensing a power outage, a Generac generator automatically restores your home's power, whether you're home or away. Generac, it's not just a generator, it's a power move. Team up with Millersburg Electric and Generac today to schedule your free in-home consultation and a turnkey generator install. Call or visit millersburgelectric.com and be ready for the next power outage.
And new pitch on the mound here as we enter the top of the 6th inning. It's a 3-0 advantage for Hiland. Mike Miller, the lefty, getting his warm-up tosses in as we speak. Of course, Mike Miller, a junior left-handed pitcher. And he's allowed just the 1 run all season. That came, of course, in the relief appearance in yesterday's state semifinal games. It got the save, a second save of the year. So that's all he's allowed is the 1 run all season long. And he's been outstanding for this Hawks team on the mound as well. And he'll take over for Caden Candle. As for Candle, he'll finish up this contest going the 5 innings and allowed no runs, 1 hit, and struck out 3 batters while walking 5 for the contest. 81 pitches thrown for Candle. And he'll set things up for Mike Miller now as he enter the top of the 6th inning. At the plate for Lake Center Christian, that is going to be the 4, 5, and 6 batters. Caleb Shelley followed by Nathan Bryant and Braden Myers. Shelley 0 for 2 with the ground out and also a pop out to first. But again, Miller's done the job all season long, so I know the Hawks have a lot of confidence in him on the mound. Here's the wind and the pitch by Mike Miller. That's going to be a fastball. That's going to be on the outside corner for a strike. You just never know, do you?
You just don't. But you got to wait. They're making you wait.
You are.
And like I said, you got a 3-run lead here. Come in and pound the strike zone, Mike.
The pitch. Curveball. Swing and a miss. Looking good there. 0-2 the count now to Caleb Shelley.
And we got Caden Candle at second base, Garrett Monigold in right field. That's Caden's normal position there when he's not pitching.
So a couple of defensive changes there for the Hawks.
Mike's up in the count 0-2. Got a lot of options here.
Here's the pitch. Fastball outside. Going to be ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes in today's Player of the Game, presented by Buckeye Deli in the Patio, where great food makes great times, from delicious pizza and bar snacks to milkshakes and other beverages. Buckeye Deli in the Patio in Nashville. The 1-2 pitch. In the dirt. Ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Shelley. 3-0 Hiland. We're in the top of the 6th inning. The Hawks again with a run in the 2nd, a run in the 3rd, and added a run in that last inning.
And like we said, getting this leadoff guy out is huge. You know, you get that leadoff guy, talked about it a lot. Usually they're going to score. Like to see Mike come back in here, make him hit the ball.
Pitch swung on, be fouled back, and that stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We talk about this pitching rotation again, ERA of .9 on the season. The offense obviously is potent for the Hawks team, but normally good pitching that is going to win out against good hitting as Miller stares in. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Curveball swung and fouled back. Nice curveball by Miller, but somehow Shelley fought that one off there. But you expect in games like this, it's going to be low scoring, right? Because that's just no matter how good your offense is. That's why you have to have that good rotation. And again, the Hawks are showing so far today that rotation's just how important and valuable that's been all season long.
Yeah, and like I said, you get a little bit nervous every time you switch pitchers just because you're not exactly sure. Hopefully you want the kid to come in and I don't know. That must have been upstairs.
Fastball that just apparently missed, but that looked awfully good. Instead, it's going to be a full count. Didn't want to ring him up, I guess.
But they did bring in Mike here in the 6th inning, and they're giving him a fresh inning. They're not bringing him in with runners on base, giving him a chance to get settled in here a little bit. But like I said, you got to attack the hitters.
To pay off, that's high. Ball 4 was ahead of the count to start things off, but ends up losing them, so it'll be the leadoff batter gets on board on the walk through by Mike Miller. And now at the plate going to be Nathan Bryant. 0 for 2 with a strikeout looking, and also a fly out to left.
Yeah, Mike, that curveball kind of got away from him there. It was an interesting call there to throw a full count curveball, but you got confidence in that pitch, you go ahead and throw it. And when Mike being left-handed, you got to imagine that runner at first base is going to stay pretty close.
Runner first, nobody out, 3-0 Hawks. Miller. Now the pitch. Swung on, be a fly ball, right field line, foul territory near the seats. It's going to be into the seats. And the count goes to 0-1.
Be nice here. We haven't had too many double plays throughout the tournament, or as a matter of fact, for this season. It'd be nice if you could get a ground ball here.
McRoy alongside John Monigold for Division 6 State Championship Baseball from Canal Park in Akron, home of the Rubber Ducks. As Miller will fake the throw over the first base. We're live on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com. Michael Hammond back at the studio, and also will be posting the video stream of the game on YouTube immediately following the contest, courtesy of Claxon Communications. Here's the pitch. Swung on, be popped up, first base side foul territory. That'll be into the seats again, and once again, Miller starts off getting ahead of the count at 0-2.
Yeah, now you know you're still way ahead. You got a 3-run lead here. I wouldn't throw him something right down the middle. I execute a pitch off the plate, see if you can get him to chase. You've not shown him your curveball yet, but he's been late on that fastball, so you got to be a little bit leery about showing him a curveball.
Long stare first base by Miller. Still looking over now the pitch. Fastball goes high. And ball 1 to the Ohio State commit Nathan Bryant.
One thing you want to do is you want to keep that tying run in the on-deck circle. And then they're calling a balk. I think he dropped the ball, didn't he?
He did. He dropped that ball while it was on the rubber, and so an automatic balk. So just a bad break for Miller and the Hawks, and that's going to allow Shelley to get over to second base.
Yeah, and thing right now, Mike's just got to catch his breath, get back to work, and focus on executing your pitch.
He'll step back on there. So Shelley now at second, nobody out.
Make a good pitch here.
Miller look at second. And the pitch. It's going to be a fly ball, deep center field. And after Colin Koblenz, it'll be a running grab by Koblenz, made it look easy. That's the first down. Well, that was drilled through to third base, though, going to be overthrown as Shelley went aggressive, tagged up at second, went to third. And I think it maybe kind of surprised Koblenz a little bit, surprised me, but he overthrew it, and he'll slide in safely. Good backup, though, by Miller to not allow that ball to go into the dugout.
Yeah, he did a really good job getting over there. That ball was heading towards the dugout, but great job by Colin running that ball down. Usually a ball to left center, you don't see a guy tagging up, but that's exactly what happened there, being real aggressive. But like we said, you're up by 3 runs. Let's work on getting this guy at the plate.
Myers stands in. Braden Myers, 1 for 2 at the double and a ground out the second. Runner at third and 1 away now.
Got the corners in. Middle infield's back. They're going to concede that run if we get a ground ball up the middle.
Miller. Now the pitch. Curveball's going to be a grounder toward short. That'll be gloved. Thrown to first base by Hirschberger in time for the second out. It does score a run, so RBI ground out by Myers to short will score Shelley. And now the Tigers on the board for the first time, down 3-1.
And there again, how unfortunate it is that balk. And then, like I said, usually you don't see a guy tag up on that play, but got to give him credit there. He made a good read, and Colin wasn't able to get the ball down on the throw. Probably caught him off guard a little bit, but now you got a left-on-left match up here, and you're 1 out away from getting out of the inning.
Jacob Ranieri stands in. Lefty against lefty in the pitch. Fastball going to be in there for a strike. It goes to 0-1. Ranieri walked one time. He's thrown out the center field one time. 3-1 lead now for Hiland as the Tigers have scored in the 6th inning. And the pitch. Curveball swung on the line toward short and just over the outstretched left of the leaping Keith Hirschberger in the left for the single. So a 2-out single to left by Ranieri. But you look, going back to that last play there, and you talked about it on the surface, they realize they're kind of going to be aggressive. They need to score a run, and it paid off for them. But you think about the arm that Colin Koblenz has in center field and on that side of the infield. Normally, you're not going to tag up and go. But again, in that case, he had to be aggressive, I guess, and it paid off that time.
Yes, it did. A little bit surprised that he went, but it paid off for him.
Here's Wyatt Cottle now with a runner aboard and 2 outs. 3-1 Hawks. Miller, now the pitch. Swanby foul back. 0-1 count to Cottle. A fly out to right field today, also a strikeout swinging.
And now you got the 8-9 man up, so you want to attack the hitter here, be aggressive.
Miller takes his foot off the rubber. He'll look the runner back to first base and Ranieri.
And like we said, you got a 2-run lead here. Execute your pitches. Keep playing your game.
And the pitch. It's going to be a fly ball toward right field going after it. And running the ball down, going to be a Garrett Monigold. He'll make the grab. In out number 3.
Yeah, nice play by Garrett there. He flagged that ball down in the right center gap.
Just got put in there that inning, and of course in the state championship game, and just like he did it before many times. And Monigold makes the grab for the 3rd out. 1-run scores for the Tigers, and now through 5.5, Hiland has the 3-1 lead over Lake Center Christian in the state championship on WKLM.
Fikert Sand and Gravel Incorporated has been serving the central Ohio areas of Wayne and Holmes counties since 1935. They're a name and business you can trust. Their products and services include ready-mix concrete, excavating, limestone, sand and gravel, and hauling services. They are locally owned and operated, insured and bonded, and most importantly, ready to serve you. For more information, call 330-674-00 888.
When you work the land, you know, out there in some far corner of a field, there's an old steel fence post that has your number. And that's when you should have ours. We're your certified Firestone Farm Tire dealer. And when you need service, give us a call. We're specially trained and equipped to handle all your on-farm, in-field tire repair and replacement needs.
Call Millersburg Tire Service, State Route 39 Millersburg, for your farm tire needs.
At Home Siding Contractors, our mission is to give homeowners a quality product, whether it's our vinyl siding or our energy-efficient replacement windows and doors. Home Siding Contractors is ready to turn your home into one of your biggest energy-saving assets. You'll notice the difference as your home will stay warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. Call 888-725-6619 for a in-home estimate or find all of our products at homesiding.com.
Lead for Hiland in the state championship game, and to the plate for the Hawks going to be the 6, 7, and 8 batters. Logan Yoder, followed by Keith Hirschberger and Cade Beachy, and Grant Koblenz, who came in relief, the sophomore lefty in that last inning. He'll remain out there on the mound for Lake Center Christian. Logan Yoder, 0 for 2 with a strikeout, looking also a pop out the second.
Let's see if they can have a patient approach here, make him get in the zone, throw strikes.
The pitch. That's going to be in the dirt for ball 1. 1-0 count now to Logan Yoder. Hiland with the 3 runs. They've gotten 6 hits today, and they left 5 runners on base. Koblenz rocks and fires the pitch. That'll be outside for a ball, 2-0 count. Shelley, who started the game on the mound, went 4 2/3, allowed 3 runs, 3 earned, 5 hits, struck out 5, walked a batter on 75 pitches.
Yeah, you want to get this leadoff guy on. If I'm Logan, I'm taking here until he throws a strike, and that looks like he did right there.
Fastball in there for a strike, goes to 2-1. Melway Paving Company, a well-known asphalt paving contractor for homes in surrounding counties since 1964, specializing in asphalt paving, crack sealing, seal coating, chip and seal, and pavement planing. That's Melway Paving Company. The pitch. Way outside in ball 3, and now a 3-1 count.
And like I said, he hasn't pitched a ton of innings, so I'd make him get in the zone here. Be patient. Right here, you don't get a fastball, you don't swing.
Hawks look for whatever insurance runs they can get. Here's the pitch. And that'll be on the inside corner for a strike. Full count now to Logan Yoder.
Boy, this umpire, he just likes to keep you guessing there, Matt.
He does. Keep the suspension up.
Thought it was a strike, but not a bad idea by Logan to see if he could get a free base, but now he's got to come into the zone.
Here's the payoff. So I'm going to be fouled away.
Nice job fouling that off.
3-1 Hawks.
It'll be interesting to see if Hiland, if Coach Davis decides to go with Colin here to finish this game off, or if he sticks with Mike.
And the payoff pitch. Swung on to be fouled back. Fights off another tough pitch by Grant Koblenz. Stays a full count now to Logan Yoder. Hiland going for their 4th state title in school history, their 3rd in a row. Koblenz stares in. Here's the payoff again. Going to be swung on, be fouled away. Another foul ball on the swing by Logan Yoder.
Yeah, he's doing a good job staying alive, fouling those pitches off.
8 pitches in this at-bat so far for Logan Yoder.
And Logan's got to be ready. If he bounces a curveball and you swing over top of it, you got to be hustling down to first base.
And the pitch. Curveball going to be called strike 3. Nice one.
Yeah, he didn't bounce it, unfortunately. He threw that one right down the middle.
His first strikeout there in relief of Grant Koblenz. 1 away now for the Hawks. Here's Keith Hirschberger. He's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles and also an RBI. See if he can keep his good day going in this bottom of the 6th inning. Koblenz down the pitch. That's high for a ball. Goes to 1-0. Remember, if you get into a collision, make your first call to Finish Line Auto Body, where they have experts in collision repair, and they'll even help with up to $500 of your insurance deductible. Give Brooks a call, 674-1483. The pitch. Swung on me foul to the backstop. Goes to 1 ball, 1 strike now to Hirschberger.
And I'll give Koblenz a lot of credit. He came in a pressure situation. He did give up a base hit, but other than that, he's done a really good job.
Looked pretty good out there. Just a sophomore. Both pitchers today for Lake Center Christian sophomores.
bodes pretty well for their future.
Yes, the pitch. Curveball. That's a nice one, and that's going to be in there for a strike. Goes to 1-2. A lot of underclassmen for this Tigers team. Got to figure they're going to be pretty good against it again next year.
I would imagine.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Going to be down low. That's going to be ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes down to Hirschberger.
And it'd be nice here if you get Keith or get Cade on base, and then you're guaranteed if you need him in the 7th inning, you'll have the top of your lineup up. But
and the pitch. Inside.
Hit him on the toe.
It did indeed. And he'll take his base. So hit batsman on a 2-2 offering, and runner at first base down with 1 out. At the plate going to be Cade Beachy. He checked the swing, but he held it. And Beachy 0 for 2 with the fly out the left, and also ground out the third.
See if Coach Davis goes ahead and tries to get him into scoring position here. You know, Lake Center is asking, hey, did he swing?
Right.
But he may have started his swing, but he was trying to get out of the way after that.
I think he definitely checked it, but obviously if the other team, you're going to check on that. Irregardless, the call stands, and he's at first base.
Cade's hit the ball hard twice today. And like we said, hey, we want to answer here. Add on another run. Give yourself a little more breathing room for that top of the 7th inning.
Beachy stands in. Now we're ready to go. Koblitz down the pitch. And that fastball going to be dropping in there for a strike. Another close game today, just like yesterday. But like yesterday, Hiland was kind of the one that stayed ahead throughout that entire game. And if you're not half of the chase, that's always key here. The Hawks have been able to at least be in control, despite this being a close game so far in the state championship. That's going to be inside for a ball. Goes to 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, that's important here. You know, keep playing from ahead. That puts a little more pressure on the other team. Lets your guys relax a little bit, play their game. Not a very big lead for Keith at first. That lefty on the mound, he's got to be careful.
They're to first base by Koblitz, and Hirschberger dives back safely. Gets that lead once again, Koblitz.
Big hole on the right side, and Cade's done a really good job, but it doesn't help if you got something in your eye.
Yeah.
It makes it a little harder to hit.
And the step out there.
But we've seen Cade hit that ball to the right side quite a bit.
The pitch. Swung on, be foul to the backstop. Good cut that time. Just behind it, 1-2 the count.
Yep. Came with a high fastball and wasn't able to get on top of it. Let's see if Coach Davis gets aggressive here with a 1-2 count, but it's just so hard when you got a left-hander on the mound. If he's got a good move at all.
And the pitch. Curveball going to be just a bit outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, a really tough take right there, but we saw that last inning, and it paid off for Hiland. Let's see if it pays off again. And we saw some really good takes by Lake Center kids when Caden Candle was on the mound.
Hirschberger leads off at first. Beachy at the plate and the pitch. Curveball swung to be a chopper toward third. Gloved by Bryant. Over to second for the force. Going to be gloved. Throw to first base. Going to be not in time. And it's a kind of a low throw to second base. And it was grabbed by Myers, but couldn't quite get the quick turn enough to get Beachy. So good hustle by him to beat out the throw. It'll keep the inning alive with 2 outs.
Yeah, that was a high chopper to third, and looked like the ball got stuck in his glove a little bit. And they were only able to get the 1 out. Of course, Cade's got really good speed over at first base, so smart decision there to just hold the ball and not turn and throw it into the first base dugout.
Here's Caden Candle, 1 for 2 with a single, a strikeout, and a run scored. Throw to first base, and Beachy will slide in safely. 3-1 Hiland, bottom of the 6th inning. Hawks will have an opportunity to close the game out in the top of the 7th inning. The pitch. Throw to first base, and again, he'll get back there safely on the dive.
Yeah, Cade's just got to be smart over here. Don't make the 3rd out.
The pitch. Swing and a miss on a curveball away. Strike 1 to Caden Candle.
Yeah, you had him out in front. But Caden had to wait a long time for that pitch. You know, he looked over at Cade several times already. Stepped off.
The pitch. Fastball. That's going to be right in there for a strike. Goes to no balls and 2 strikes. 2 down in the inning. Beachy over at first base. Lefty against lefty. Koblenz now with the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on the high heat for strike 3. That's the third out. Second strikeout thrown by Koblenz. Hawks do not score in the bottom of the 6th and through 6 innings. Hiland 3 and Lake Center Christian 1. This is state championship baseball on WKLM.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
Whether you're exploring faith for the first time or looking for a place to call home, Northside Church invites you to be a part of their growing community. Join them for services Sundays at 9 and 10:30 a.m., where you'll find inspiring messages and a welcoming atmosphere for all ages. And for 6th to 12th graders, Northside Student Ministry meets Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. during the school year. Visit them at 1207 Worcester Road, just north of Joel Pomeranian Hospital in Millersburg. They can't wait to meet you at Northside Church.
Looking for a partner who will bring your vision to life? Tecton Engineering in Berlin is your go-to for civil, residential, and commercial engineering, customizing their approach to suit your unique needs. And for creative design that sets your project apart, trust Brick and Banister Design. Whether it's residential or commercial, they specialize in innovative design and construction drawings to keep your project on track, on budget, and exactly as you envision. Visit tecton-eng.com and brickandbannisterdesign.com today. Call 893-0230. Proud supporters of the Hiland Hawks and West Holmes Knights.
Rounds to capture the state championship, but 3 more outs to make that happen. And to the plate for the Tigers, the 9-1 and 2 batters, Chance Klingelhofer to lead things off. Here's the wind, the pitch by Mike Miller. That's going to be a fastball, going to be on the outside corner for a called strike. Klingelhofer followed by the top of the order, and Grant Koblenz and Colton Smilek. Klingelhofer is 0 for 2 with the ground out to short and a strikeout looking. Miller. Now the 0-1 offering. Curveball. That's a nice one as well. Going to be just off the mark, though, for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was high or outside, but, you got the bottom of the order here. Mike needs to attack the strike zone, make him put the ball in play.
Here's the pitch. Fastball. That's going to be a bit high. Ball 2. Waiting for the call. Didn't get it. 2-1 count.
Yep, like I said, this leadoff hitter sets up the whole inning.
Miller. Now the pitch. Fastball. That's going to be apparently a bit high as well in ball 3. Not getting the calls. I'm telling you, every one of those pitches, if they are not strikes, they're just missing. And I mean just missing.
Yep, now it's important here. He's got to try to find the strike zone. Don't aim it, just throw it.
The pitch. That's high, ball 4, so that'll walk the leadoff batter. So again, several pitches he did not get the calls on, and it results in a leadoff walk. And out of the top of the order, Grant Koblenz will be at the plate. The Killbuck Savings Bank proudly supporting the local youth, and they hope they all knock it out of the park, celebrating 125 years of serving the community. That's the Killbuck Savings Bank. Miller's second walk, though, now top of the order, Grant Koblenz stands in. Koblenz has reached base twice, off a walk and also an error. He's lined out the short one time. Lefty against lefty. Miller. Now the pitch. That's a fastball. That's going to be, again, does not get the call. Wow.
This pitch has got to be just missing just off the plate.
Woo! Wow. 1-0 count apparently. Miller. Now the pitch. And that's going to be outside ball 2, 2-0 count. And today's player of the game presented by Buckeye Deli in the Patio, where great food makes great times, from delicious pizza and bar snacks to milkshakes and other beverages. That's Buckeye Deli in the Patio in Nashville.
Yeah, you want to see Mike be able to get into the zone here on this pitch.
The pitch. That's high. Make it ball 3, 3-0 count. So after the leadoff walk, a quick throw to first base by Hostother, but Klingelhofer gets back there. 3-0 count now to Grant Koblenz.
And hey, this is a high-pressure situation. Mike's been around the zone. He just didn't get the call.
3-1 Hiland in the state championship, top of the 7th, the pitch. That fastball going to be high, ball 4, so walks him on 4 pitches, and runners at first and second, nobody out.
Now we got a trip to the mound by Coach Dagas here. Let's see if he does go ahead and make a switch to Colin.
Colin Kobus, of course, the hard-throwing lefty, also center fielder, and he'd be the other logical way you'd go if you decide to make a move here. And Colton Smilik will be at the plate. Obviously, this Hiland defense is very capable just as well to come back and get a double play or something like that behind you as well. But we're going to make a move. Colin Kobus will be on the mound for the Hawks. 2 runners aboard, nobody out. 3-1 Hiland, top of the 7th. Don't go away. This is state championship baseball on KLM.
This is Mose Beachy. I'm an independent Beamer partner. In 2004, I was paralyzed due to an industrial accident and lived in great discomfort with left calf, cold feet, and no feeling in toes. I was introduced to Beamer in 2016 as a FDA-cleared Class 2 medical device that enhances oxygen delivery and removal of carbon dioxide, local blood flow and circulation, muscle performance, strength, conditioning, and recovery. For service, sales, and rental, call Mose at 330-231-8010 or log on to alife.beamergroup.com. That is alife.beamergroup.com.
Dreaming of a perfect affordable home? Discover family-owned Hartford Homes. Hartford Homes, with over 50 years combined experience in the construction industry, offers turnkey homes including all land improvements, resulting in a stress-free custom home built for you. Our commitment to quality, community, and sustainability sets us apart. Visit HartfordHomesOhio.com today to schedule your visit. Tour inside 2 different model homes or browse our 22 online models. Discover Hartford Homes in Jeromesville and start your journey to a dream home.
For the best pizza, chicken, and ice cream, stop by Kidron Pizza. They're proud to continue serving the same delicious, mouth-watering pies that have won the hearts of pizza lovers everywhere. With locally sourced ingredients and a dedication to excellence, every bite is a celebration to their legacy and the flavors of the community. Located at 4692 Kidron Road in Kidron. They offer delivery within a 10-mile radius. Call 857-3000 to place your order. They're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 8, closed Sunday and Monday. Join them in tasting tradition for yourself. Kidron Pizza, where the tradition continues.
The Hawks on the mound now going to be the hard-throwing lefty, Colin Koblenz. And we know Colin, he's been pretty much lights out when he's been on the mound this year in those relief situations. And for the Hiland, now it'll be Mike Miller now in center field for Hiland as far as making the changes here for the Hawks, the straight change there. But obviously you got to throw strikes here now. 2 runners aboard via the walk and 2 runners on and nobody out for this Lake Center Christian team down 3-1.
Yeah, you got to throw strike, get in the zone, let your defense make a play. And I imagine Coach Byers is going to be laying down a bunt here. He's got his 2-hitter up. You're set up for your 3-4 after that. He's got to try to get that tying run into scoring position, but I know Hiland's going to be ready for it. Their defense is going to be set.
Colton Smilik at the plate, number 2 batter in the Tigers lineup. He's walked twice. He's also popped out the left field one time today. First and second, nobody out for Lake Center Christian. They trail at 3-1 the Hiland in the top of the 7th inning. Had the catcher Danny Hostither call out the defensive signals here to his defense. And trotting over there, Caden Koblenz to have a little discussion with his brother Colin Koblenz.
Yep, they're making sure they're on the same page here. Like I said, we imagine he's got to be squaring up for a bunt here, but.
And the pitch, here's bunt. He'll bunt up in the air, foul into the seats. Can't put it down, 0-1 count. Now to Colton Smilik, and yeah, obviously you want to put a bunt down the situation, but easier said than done against the guy that throws as hard as Colin does.
Yes, it is, and that was a high pitch, and those are dangerous. If you're a bunter, you got to make sure it's something you get to bat on top of. You don't want to bunt a pop-up here. And really, it's the guy at the plate that, you want to keep that tying run at first base, but it's the guy at the plate you want to make sure you keep off the bases if you can.
Koblenz. Now the pitch. Going to be a fastball, going to be just a bit low for ball 1. Didn't show bunt that time. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Smilik. Koblenz at first base and Klingelhofer at second. There's nobody out. 1-1 count now to Colton Smilik. 3-1 lead for the Hawks in the state championship. Now time is called. Apparently, a little discussion here. Shane Byler to talk to the umpire. I believe that last pitch was called a strike, excuse me. That's probably why he's discussing with it right now. Maybe discussing whether he thought that was a check swing and went too far or just a strike.
Did they call a strike? Yeah, they got 2 strikes on the board. I hope that's correct. This would be a big situation here now.
So now 0-2 count instead of 1-1.
Big pitch right here. You can do a couple different things here. You don't have to throw a strike.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss with a curveball. Strike 3. There's 1 away.
Huge pitch by Colin right there. That takes a lot of guts. You know, you got the tying run at first base if you throw a wild pitch, but talk about trusting your catcher and trusting your stuff. That is his best pitch.
1 down. Runners remain at first and second. And at the plate, Luke Heckert. Heckert is 0 for 2 with the line out the short, a fly out the center, and also a walk today. Lefty against lefty. As Koblenz will take his foot off the rubber. Koblenz settles in. Now the pitch. Fastball in the dirt, knocked down by catcher Danny Hostother, and that's why he's an All-Ohioan right there.
Yes, it is. And like I said, if you're calling here, you don't want to overthrow. You just got to throw strikes and let your defense work for you.
1-0 count.
You know, if you're Coach Byther, you're kind of in a tough situation here. You want to get that tying run into scoring position, but you don't want to be down to your last out.
Koblenz. Now the pitch. But near the mound, glove by Koblenz. Takes the third, throws the first into right field. Scoring is going to be Klingelhofer. Koblenz around third base. He'll stay right there. Colin Koblenz, the throwing error to first base. He kind of faked the third, thought about trying to force out the lead runner at the last second. He threw it to first and overthrew it. And that allowed Klingelhofer to score. Grant Koblenz for Lake Center Christian gets the third. Now runners at the corners. It's a 3-2 ball game.
Yeah, Colin looked at third. Somebody should have been talking to him 1-1-1 the whole time, but that's a tough play for lefty. He had his back to first base and came up and threw it high down the first baseline, but good job by the right fielder being right there to back it up, or this game would have been tied.
Absolutely, Garrett Monigold right there, because I thought for sure that one was going to score as well. So great backup. 1 out in the inning, runners at the corners now, 3-2 ball game. And the pitch. That'd be a fastball going to be on the inside corner. For a strike, it's an 0-1 count.
And with Colin on the mound, I know it's tough. You're a left-handed pitcher, but if you got good speed over that first base, I'd imagine you're going to go ahead and send him because Hiland cannot throw through here and let that runner from third score.
The pitch. Fastball down low. Runner goes. As Hostother pump fakes the throw, and indeed he'll get it back to his pitcher. So runners now at second and third, as you talked about. And
the key thing for Colin here is recover a little bit. Get your nerves settled down. Just take your time and pound that strike zone.
More than capable of getting a couple of strikeouts, Colin Koblenz here. He's got 1 strike already here in this inning. 1 out, 1-1 count now to Caleb Shelley.
Just keep throwing strikes, find that strike zone.
Koblenz down the pitch. In the dirt, rolls to the backstop. Wild pitch, runner comes, and he will score on the dive. That's Grant Koblenz in the wild pitch. We're tied up at 3 apiece. Threw it kind of behind the batter, so no opportunity really for the catcher and Hostother to block that ball.
Yeah, he didn't really have much of a chance to do anything there. Now if you're Lake Center, you got the go-ahead run at third base, and you got an opportunity here. You could try a squeeze play if you want. With Colin being left-handed, he's not going to be able to see that runner coming home.
Yeah, just the 1 out, and as you mentioned, Heckert now at third base. Tied up at 3 apiece. 2 runs have scored in the 7th for the Tigers. Koblenz. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's going to be strike 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got to remember, of course, the Hawks still have it at bat here in the bottom of the 7th inning, but tied at 3 right now after they had a 3-1 lead entering the 7th inning.
And I imagine if you're Danny, you're calling for a fastball here. You can't afford another pass ball.
Here's the pitch. It's going to be a bouncer down the third base side, but it bounces foul. It stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 3-3 ball game. What a game it has been this afternoon between the top 2 ranked teams in Division 6.
The infield is in. Hiland's going to try to keep that run from scoring if they can.
Koblitz settles in. And the pitch. So going to be fouled back on the swing by Caleb Shelley, hanging in there on that tough pitch by Colin Koblitz. Tied up at 3 apiece in the top of the 7th.
Big out right here.
Here's the pitch. Curveball Swanby fouled back again. Wow. Tough pitch to get a piece of. He did it. Stays at 2-2.
Yeah, he did, and he's done a good job fouling off quite a few pitches here.
7 pitches so far in this at bat to Caleb Shelley. Koblitz. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Check swing. He fouled it back. Probably ball 3, but got a piece of it anyway. Stays at 2-2.
Yeah, Hiland caught a break there. Colin hung that curveball. You got to give a lot of credit to the hitter here. He's done a great job fouling all these pitches off. See if Colin can hit a spot and get a clutch out here.
Koblitz down the pitch. Swanby shot foul to the backstop. Another foul ball. Nine pitches in this at bat. Koblitz still hanging in there, making some good pitches.
Yes, he is. You know, it would have been easy for him to get rattled here, but he was able to fight through it and knows he's got to come in here and throw strike. He still do have a pitch to waste, but don't want to take a chance, throw him onto the backstop.
And the pitch. Curveball high, that time lays off at ball 3, now a full count. Ten pitches now in this at bat to Caleb Shelley. Koblitz. Here's the payoff. Swanby a fly ball. Fairly deep left center field. It's going to be caught in center field by Mike Miller, but tagging for third and scoring will be Luke Heckert. That'll be a sac fly and RBI, and that gives the Tigers a 4-3 advantage.
Yeah, Hiland's got to refocus here a little bit. The game's not over. You still get to bat in the top of the 7th, and you'll have the top of your lineup up.
Second out of the inning, and really great running catch by Mike Miller to get to that ball. Here's Nathan Bryant, 0 for 3 with a strikeout, a fly out the left, and also a fly out the center. Tigers have taken the lead. For the first time today, they have a 4-3 advantage with 3 runs in the 7th. Koblitz goes to the windup now. The wind and the pitch. Fastball, that'll be pumped in there for a strike on the inside corner. It's now an 0-1 count.
Yeah, and you go back to that first batter for Wake Center this inning. I'm not sure where those pitches were at. They were close, but Hiland did not get the call.
They did not. That pitch. It's going to be a chopper toward short. Charged after. Now by Hirschberger. Gloves it. Throws the first in time for the out. Tigers score 3. They take a 4-3 lead through 6.5. Don't go away. This is State Championship Baseball on WKLM. Get ready for all your Father's Day gatherings with these great deals at Rody's IGA. They have 2 to 3 ounce frozen lobster tails for $3.98. USDA choice boneless New York strip steak for $11.98 a pound. 80% lean family pack fresh ground chuck for $3.98 a pound. Lewis Bake Shop hamburger buns for $2.98. 4-pound package of frozen family pack chicken wings for $9.98. Gerber's chicken thighs or drumsticks for $1.69 a pound. And USDA choice boneless beef brisket for $5.98 a pound. Happy Father's Day at Rody's IGA Marketplace in Millersburg.
Are you ready to accelerate towards your dreams with a new car, ATV, boat, or some extra cash for personal needs? This is Zach Deidinger, a banking center manager at the Commercial and Savings Bank, here to help you fund your next adventure. Our team of experts is committed to finding the right solution for you with competitive rates, flexible terms, and personalized service. Visit csb1.com to apply online or give us a call at 800-654-9015 to speak with a loan specialist and discover the CSB advantage. The Commercial and Savings Bank. Relationships you can bank on. Member FDIC.
At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help manage any chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's health.
Now a 4-3 lead for Lake Center Christian. They scored 3 times in the top of the 7th. Got no hits in the inning, but still managed to get the 3 runs and take their first lead of the game. The Hawks had the top of the order comes to the plate. Down by a run in the bottom of the 7th. Here's Caden Koblenz, followed by Mike Miller and Colin Koblenz. And again, just a 1 run to get to tie this game up, 2 runs to win it. And you put your faith in this lineup all season long, John, especially this half of the lineup, and guys that have produced all season long and throughout their careers, and now an opportunity to still try to get this game back right here on the top bottom of the 7th inning.
Yeah, the last out's going to be the toughest out of the game to get, and that's where you're at right here. Let's see if we can get a leadoff guy on base and get some momentum back here.
Grant Koblenz remains on the mound, the sophomore lefty, the wide, and the pitch. That's going to be a fastball, going to be a bit low. It's going to be ball 1. Caden Koblenz 0 for 3 so far, so he's due with the fly out to left, the strikeout, and a ground out to third.
Yeah, let's see if he takes until he gets a strike here.
Curveball inside that hit him in the shoe. The cleat will allow him to go to first base, so leadoff batter aboard for the Hawks.
So here's an interesting situation now. You know, I'm assuming you're going to lay down a bunt, try to get that tying run into scoring position.
Yeah.
Caden's got to do a good job making sure Mike gets the bunt down. You do not want to get doubled off.
Second batter that Koblenz has hit today. Mike Miller, 1 for 2 at the plate with a walk, an RBI, and a run scored. Shows bunt, pulls it back in the dirt, rolls behind the catcher. Runner going, no throw made, and now you get Koblenz over to second base without laying down that bunt.
And all that pressure that Michael and Colin felt in that 7th inning has now switched over to Lake Center, and Koblenz on the mound out there. What a difference. You know, you got Koblenz and Koblenz on the mound, but
yeah,
Grant Koblenz here, got to feel a little bit of pressure.
The pitch. Going to be a pitch on the just outside on the outside corner for a strike. Goes to 1 ball, 1 strike to Mike Miller. Caden Koblenz at second. Grant Koblenz is on the mound for Lake Center Christian. Mike Miller at the plate for the Hawks.
And Mike's got to try to get him over to third base here, get him to third with less than 2 outs. That would be huge.
And the pitch. Bunt down the third base line. Nice one. Could be gloved by Bryant.
And
Falls down. Third to first in the dirt. Throws it past the first baseman. Third to home plate going to be
He's safe.
Not in time. He scores. A great backup behind the first base bag, but the third home plate not in time. And they kind of lost track of over at first base of Miller. He'll get the second base of the play. How about that?
Yeah, Lake Center.
4.
All those kids put their head down. They can't believe what just happened. And Mike was heads up. Nobody was covering second base. And now you got Colin with a chance to redeem himself here. A base hit is going to win this game for the Hawks. What a bunt.
Unbelievable. What a bunt by Mike Miller. Tied up at 4. Runner at second base. Nobody out. Colin Koblenz will be at the plate. 0 for 2 today with a walk. Well, you couldn't ask for a better guy, though, in this situation to step into the batter box for this Hiland team. The guy behind him not too shabby either, and Grady Monigold. We'll see what happens here as Colin steps into the batter's box.
Please, Colin, just end it right here. I don't know how much more this dad can handle. Get a base hit. And like I said, Lake Center, I don't understand. Their outfield is playing really, really deep. He gets a ball through the infield. Mike's going to score. They're not going to have a chance to throw him out at the plate, but Mike's got to be careful. Can't get picked off second base.
Here's the pitch. Shows bunt. He pulls it back. It's going to be outside for a ball. It's a 1-0 count.
And I'm kind of a little bit surprised there that he would offer to bunt, but you got to think if he can get him to third base.
Koblenz scores all kinds of speed if he can put that bunt down. Like your chances of him getting on. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt again. He'll bunt it down the first base side. It'll be gloved through the first base by Grant Koblenz in time for the out, though. That's the first out of the inning. It does advance Mike Miller to third base with 1 away, and Hiland tied at 4. And here's Grady Monigold at the plate. Monigold a school record 47 runs batted in on the year, including an RBI today.
And I imagine if you're Lake Center, you're putting him on first base, aren't you? You're not going to let him beat you. Can't imagine they wouldn't do any other thing, because if they put him at first base, that sets up a double play ball.
And the meeting here at the mound for the infield for this Tigers team. Wow. You talk about that third out being the toughest, and that could not be truer than the sense here as far as this game is concerned today.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of pressure there. Bryant came in, and, you thought, hey, he's got a chance to throw him out at first, but as soon as he slipped, you knew Mike was going to beat it out, and you were wondering where that throw was going to end up going. But like I said here, I would be absolutely shocked if they pitched to Grady, because you want to set up that double play and give yourself a chance to get out of it, but we're going to see what Coach Byler decides to do. You got one out. The only run that counts is that one at third base.
Caden Kubas got hit by a pitch to start off the inning. That was the key there. Then Mike Miller, of course, laid down that bunt. Then the throwing error, he was safe. He had scored Caden Kubas. And, of course, that made it a 4-4 ball game. And now Mike Miller's at third on the sack bunt was laid down by Cullen Kubas. And now Grady Monigold at the plate.
Infield is in here. There ain't no way they're going to pitch to him, are they? Is there? Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah, they were going to put him on. So, indeed, he did automatically put Grady on. Of course, the problem with that, obviously, I would do the same thing. But then you got Danny. He's pretty good behind you as well. But you got to put Grady on in this situation.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to set up. You got a chance for a double play, but
first and third, and one out. Danny posted there now at the plate after the intentional walk to Grady.
They're going to put him on too. They're putting him on too. That's what they're doing. They're going to try to set up the play where they can get the out at home.
Force every base, which does make sense mathematically. Of course, it does put a lot of pressure on that pitcher as well.
Yep. And if you're Mike here, you got to be heads up for a pass ball, but Logan Yoder, he's just got to come through, make some contact here. Something good will happen, and the way the infield's playing in.
Logan Yoder, of course, he was in the bullpen just a few minutes ago.
Put the ball in play. Hit it hard somewhere, Logan.
He's at the plate now. 0 for 3 so far. Pair of strikeouts and a pop out the second. Bases are juiced. One out. Tied at 4 in the state championship.
Mike's got to be ready for that pass ball if he goes to the curveball here.
The pitch. That's going to be a fastball just a bit low. It's going to be ball one.
And talk about a turn of events here. Hiland had to lead the whole game, and then Lake Center had all the momentum in the world. Now it comes down to this. Can you get that guy in from third base?
Bottom of the seventh, one away. Bases are juiced. Grant Koblitz now the pitch. In the dirt. Nice stop by the catcher and Smiluk, but ball two, a 2-0 count.
And I'm Logan. I'm taking a pitch here. I'm not giving in. No way you're swinging right here. And Mike's got to be heads up. If he bounces one, Mike's got to be ready to score.
Koblitz now the pitch. And that's going to be a fastball, going to be in there for a cold strike. And boy, the pressurized pitch there from Koblitz. He got the strike. 2-1 count.
Yeah, he was able to find the strike zone. But right here, Logan, you're just looking to try to put a ball in play. That infield is in so far. Hard hit ground ball is going to get through.
Here's the pitch. It's going to be a line. The Hawks win! It'll do it. The Sox win their third straight state championship.
Unbelievable.
Logan Yoder.
Everybody touch the bases. Wow.
And they're mobbing each other on the infield. The Hawks, in dramatic fashion, get the win 5-4. Unbelievable. After the Hawks led 3-1, enter the top of the seventh. They trailed 4-3 going to the bottom of the seventh inning. The Hawks come through with two clutch runs, and they win it 5-4.
Boy, he got a fastball, and he drilled it through that left side. What a game. And you talk about it, to three-peat, you got to get some breaks. You got to have everything go your way. But talk about the resiliency and the ability for this team to handle adversity. Colin came up and threw that ball down the right field line. You kind of were thinking, man, there goes the momentum. But this team, they're not going to go away. They're not going to give up. They're going to keep fighting.
And they did. The Hawks capture the state championship 5-4 in a walk-off fashion on the hit by Logan Yoder. Stay tuned. I'll be speaking with Hiland head coach, hopefully, Chris Davis on the field here after this. Coming up next on WKLM.
This is Jeff Allison at Burgett Insurance. I have partnered with Buckeye Insurance Group to provide our customers with insurance coverage at competitive rates, backed by outstanding service. If you would like a no-obligation review of your farm, home, or auto insurance, see me, Jeff Allison at Burgett Insurance. Buckeye Insurance Group and Burgett Insurance, working together to protect you.
Attention Knights Nation, this is Noah Clark with Clark Fowler Electric. As a proud sponsor of West Home Sports from T-ball all the way through high school, Clark Fowler Electric Motors and Supplies is on top of the game. With almost 3 decades as the area's leading provider in parts, repairs, and service, Clark Fowler is a team that you can count on. If you've had a breakdown, we'll get you back up and running and get you back into the game. Visit ClarkFowlerElectric.com for more details and information and all your electric motor needs. Go Knights!
At Wayne Door, we are your trusted partner in helping you build your dream home with quality technicians who pay attention to every detail so you won't have to pay costly future repairs. At Wayne Door, we only install high-quality products to protect your family for generations to come. We have your whole house covered with garage doors, windows, and more. So choose the team at Wayne Door. People you can trust since 1973. Visit WayneDoor.com for a free quote today.
Attention students and parents near the Garaway and Hiland districts. Ready to kickstart a future in business? Be a part of the Buckeye Business Academy Open House, August 2nd from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the Holmes Center for the Arts in Berlin. Discover how students gain valuable office and computer skills, accounting knowledge, and industry-recognized credentials that employers want. Whether you're planning for college or the workforce, your business journey starts here. Don't miss it, August 2nd at the Holmes Center for the Arts. Learn more at the Buckeye Business Academy Open House. Transform your home with the timeless beauty of cedar without the hassle. An MRV Siding Supply with maintenance-free sham-clad shiplap siding. The perfect blend of style and durability. Whether it's for porch ceilings, siding, or shutters, their sham-clad shiplap siding offers the latest designs that everyone is talking about. No staining, no sealing, just stunning, hassle-free elegance. Get the look of cedar and elevate your home with sham-clad shiplap siding today. That's MRV Siding Supply in Millersburg, Newark, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Visit them on the web at mrvsiding.com.
Call Berlin Heating and Cooling, your Rheem Pro partner, and you know you're calling the very best. Berlin Heating and Cooling services and installs Rheem and all types of furnaces and air conditioning equipment. Berlin Heating and Cooling, they're your local team you can trust. Call them today at 330-893-3057. That's 330-893-3057.
MEB Systems, a name that has been around since 1977. It is the area's flat roof specialist. Their mission statement is, serve our team, customers, and community by offering exceptional and innovative flat roofing services, all for the glory of God. MEB Systems has the experience to handle anything from scheduled maintenance to roofing multi-acre facilities protecting valuable equipment and merchandise. Call MEB Systems, your flat roof specialist, at 330-852-4333 or visit them online at MBBsystems.com. MBB Systems wishes all local athletes the best success this year.
The secret's out. Thread and Ink in Holmesville is open to take care of your custom apparel, embroidery, and screen printing needs. They offer a storefront with apparel for West Holmes, Hiland, and surrounding schools. Whether it's school spirit wear, professional business attire, accessories, or unique custom designs, they deliver excellence in every product. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 till 5. Thread and Ink is located at 8210 County Road 245 in Holmesville. Or call Justine at 330-279-9222. That's Thread and Ink, custom embroidery and screen printing in Holmesville.
Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service continues to offer the convenience of 2 great locations on US 62 in Winesburg and on County Road 201 in Berlin. The Winesburg shop will take care of heavy-duty truck and fleet customers from 7 a.m. to midnight, while the Berlin facility will repair auto and light trucks from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them in Winesburg at 330-359-5421 or in Berlin at 330-674-6970. That's Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service in Winesburg and Berlin.
Critchfield Law Firm has always been dedicated to providing the highest quality legal services to their clients throughout Holmes County and surrounding areas. Critchfield Law Firm also understands the dedication of our youth. From the classroom to the music room to athletics, Holmes County's best is represented in every academic area. Critchfield Law Firm in Millersburg, wishing all who participate the best in their endeavors.
Premier Pharmacy has more ways to serve you. I'm Joel Gauss from Premier Pharmacy, and I'm happy to announce that our newest location in Sugar Creek is open and accepting new patients. Our location in downtown Sugar Creek accepts most major insurances and offers the same great service you've come to expect in our Berlin and Millersburg locations, including delivery and vaccination services. Give us a call today at 330-852-5146 and start experiencing the Premier Pharmacy difference. Premier Pharmacy is your local, hometown, independent pharmacy.
Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, two reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
Right the first time.
Mose at 330-231-8010.
And we're going to go ahead and pick up the field here for the state championship ceremony with the Hawks.
At Berlin Hiland. I've said it before, and I want to say it again, whether any sport that Berlin Hiland advances through the tournament, state tournaments in golf, basketball, soccer, of course baseball, it is a privilege and it is special to work with your school, your administrators, your staff, and these fans anytime Berlin Hiland makes it here to a state championship. So thank you from the OHSAA for all that you do for high school sports in Ohio. This is Randy Teebepaw with the Northeast District Board and our State Board of Directors. It's a privilege to give the Division VI 2025 State Championship Trophy to Berlin Hiland. Congratulations.
Fans, let's hear it one more time for both teams on an outstanding season. Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for your attendance at this state tournament event.
The Hawks get the done here to get the walk-off state championship victory today. Back with the post-game show next on WKLM.
For the best pizza, chicken, and ice cream, stop by Kidron Pizza. They're proud to continue serving the same delicious, mouth-watering pies that have won the hearts of pizza lovers everywhere. With locally sourced ingredients and a dedication to excellence, every bite is a celebration to their legacy and the flavors of the community. Located at 4692 Kidron Road in Kidron. They offer delivery within a 10-mile radius. Call 857-3000 to place your order. They're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 8, closed Sunday and Monday. Join them in tasting tradition for yourself. Kidron Pizza, where the tradition continues.
Dreaming of a perfect affordable home? Discover family-owned Hartford Homes. Hartford Homes, with over 50 years combined experience in the construction industry, offers turnkey homes including all land improvements, resulting in a stress-free custom home built for you. Our commitment to quality, community, and sustainability sets us apart. Visit HartfordHomesOhio.com today to schedule your visit. Tour inside 2 different model homes or browse our 22 online models. Discover Hartford Homes in Jeromesville and start your journey to a dream home.
This is Mose Beachy. I'm an independent Beamer partner. In 2004, I was paralyzed due to an industrial accident and lived in great discomfort with left calf, cold feet, and no feeling in toes. I was introduced to Beamer in 2016 as a FDA-cleared Class 2 medical device that enhances oxygen delivery and removal of carbon dioxide, local blood flow and circulation, muscle performance, strength, conditioning, and recovery. For service, sales, and rental, call Mose at 330-231-8010 or log on to alife.beamergroup.com. That is alife.bemergroup.com.
Looking for a partner who will bring your vision to life? Tecton Engineering in Berlin is your go-to for civil, residential, and commercial engineering, customizing their approach to suit your unique needs. And for creative design that sets your project apart, trust brick and banister design. Whether it's residential or commercial, they specialize in innovative design and construction drawings to keep your project on track, on budget, and exactly as you envision. Visit tecton-eng.com and brickandbanisterdesign.com today. Call 893-0230. Proud supporters of the Hiland Hawks and West Holmes Knights.
Whether you're exploring faith for the first time or looking for a place to call home, Northside Church invites you to be a part of their growing community. Join them for services Sundays at 9 and 10:30 a.m., where you'll find inspiring messages and a welcoming atmosphere for all ages. And for 6th to 12th graders, Northside Student Ministry meets Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. during the school year. Visit them at 1207 Worcester Road, just north of Joel Pomerane Hospital in Millersburg. They can't wait to meet you at Northside Church.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent, Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
On the field, the Hiland Hawks head baseball coach Chris Degas. Hiland grabs the state championship win in walk-off fashion, 5-4 over Lake Center Christian. And what a dramatic win for your team, Chris.
Yeah, that was incredible. The guys coming in at the bottom of the 7th there, I told them, hey, we got a job to do, got top of the order coming up. There's no reason we can't put some runs up right here. And we put pressure on them right from the go, and that's what we needed to do.
Let's take great credit for them to obviously get down after the run scored, the 3 runs in the upper half of that inning. And obviously you have the right part of that order coming to the plate. And you know what they've been doing all season long and throughout their careers, and they were able to get the job done.
Yeah, these are some great seniors we have on the team here, and they're phenomenal leaders. And they told these guys, hey, we can do this. We just need a couple runs, or need 1 run, and we got 2. So my hat's off to those guys. This is an awesome year.
Wasn't easy. You don't expect it to be now a 3rd consecutive state championship. We can say that now, right? What does that mean to you, just to be able to have this kind of a stretch?
It doesn't happen very often. I think we're the 3rd team to do it in the playoff history, so it's something special. These guys deserve every accolade they get. It's a joy.
Chris, congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much.
That's head coach Chris Degas. Hiland captures their 3rd straight state title, 5-4 walk-off fashion over Lake Center Christian. Back after this on WKLM. They got 3-0 lead with a run in the 5th inning. That time it would be after 2 outs would be to start off the inning. It'll be a walk to Mike Miller, then another walk to Colin Koblenz, then an RBI single by Grady Monigold, and Hiland took a 3-0 lead through 5 innings. And for the Tigers, they would get on the board with a run in the 6th inning after a leadoff walk. It would be RBI ground out the short by Brandon Myers to knock in Caleb Shelley to make it a 3-1 contest. And at that point, the Hawks had that 2-run lead. And, of course, going into the top of the 7th inning, it would be the Tigers down by a pair of runs, then a leadoff walk to Chance Klingelhofer, followed by a walk to Grant Koblenz at the top of the order, then a strikeout by Colton Smilik. But then a bunt was executed, followed by an error that allowed to run the score, then a sacrifice fly to center field and RBI, also by Caleb Shelley. 3 runs would score in that top of the 7th for the Tigers. They would take a 4-3 lead. Then the Hawks, they would come back with the top of the order coming to the plate. It would be Kaden Koblenz hit by a pitch at the bottom half of the 7th to start off the inning off, and then Mike Miller, he would put down a bunt, and then an error would allow Koblenz to score. And then the sac bunt also put down by Colin Koblenz, back-to-back walks, bases were loaded, and then the RBI line drive single to left field by Logan Yoder. The walk-off gave the Hiland to come from behind 5-4 victory over Lake Center Christian with 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th, the capture of the 3rd consecutive state championship. Back after this with the final numbers from Pomerane Hospital.
At Pomerane Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerane brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help manage any chronic condition, there's a Pomerane provider nearby. Visit PomeraneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerane Hospital, caring for our community's health.
Division 6 state championship. Hiland had 5 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors, 9 left on base. And for the Hawks offensively, Grady Monigold leading the way as he went 2 for 3 at the plate, a double, also had an RBI and scored a run, of course a walk to his credit. Logan Yoder, of course, had the biggest hit, the A walk-off RBI single to left as he went 1 for 4 to plate, but then the clutch hit there in the bottom of the 7th inning to get the win for the Hiland Hawks offense. Also, Keaton Candle was 1 for 3 with the run score for the contest as well. On the other end for Lake Center Christian, 4 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 7 left on base. And for them, leading the way, Braden Myers went 1 for 3 with a double. He had a run batted in as well. Jacob Ranieri also 1 for 2 with the walk for the contest for their offense. I should also say also for Hiland, Keith Hirschberger had a pair of hits. He went 2 for 2 with his hit by pitch and also had a run batted in. On the mound for Hiland, Keaton Cannon with the first 5 innings allowed no runs, 1 hit, struck out 3, and walked 5. And then Mike Miller threw an inning of relief. He allowed 3 runs, 3 earned, 1 hit allowed, struck out nobody. He walked 3. Colin Clemens will get the win in relief through 1 inning allowed 1 run that was not earned, 1 hit allowed, struck out 1, and walked nobody. On the other end for Lake Center Christian, Caleb Shelley, the sophomore, with the first 4 2/3, allowed 3 runs, all 3 earned, 5 hits, struck out 5, walked 1. Now, Grant Cleveland's got the loss in relief. The sophomore lefty went an inning and 2/3, allowed 2 runs, both earned, 3 hits allowed, struck out 2, walked 3, and hit 2 batters. Hiland wins it in a walk-off fashion, 5-4 for Lake Center Christian to capture the state championship. Back to the final thoughts with John Monigold and the player of the game after this from Pomerene Hospital.
At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help manage any chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's health.
And John Monigold alongside, and John, what a dramatics there at the end. Back and forth those last couple of innings, and it kind of makes your heart stop, but the Hawks have found a way to come through and get another state title.
Yeah, you know, when you talk about the game of baseball, that last out is the hardest to get. There's no doubt about it. And, you know, Hiland came in the last couple of years. We had those guys that you brought them in. They had ice in their veins. You had Ike and you had Brady Yoder. And when they came in, you thought, man, those guys are Bulldogs. They're going to get right after you. And, you know, that was the one thing that was kind of missing a little bit this year. But Mike Miller's done a really good job. Colin did a really good job. And this team could have folded after that inning. But you had to know you had the top of the lineup up, and they were going to give it everything they had to get that run across. And once they got that hit by a pitch, we both said, hey, we got a pretty good feeling about this. And then he threw a wild pitch, and the rest is history.
Absolutely. You talked about it off the air, and I agree with that. You look at the last couple of innings here, the execution of the bunt, how crucial that is. You think it's a thing that doesn't get talked a lot about. Of course, guys have to execute. That's hard to do. But when you do, it can wreak havoc on your defense. We saw that play out.
Yeah, you get high school kids, and you get a kid that squares up to a bunt. If you're able to get it down, high school kids, it kind of scrambles them a little bit. They panic. They're not exactly sure what to do. And right there is the perfect example. There were 2 bunts. They laid down a perfect bunt. Colin came up, and you know, he tried to make the play at first, wasn't able to set his feet and do it. And then the same thing happened to their third baseman. He came in, he slipped. He probably should have just held the ball, but he went ahead and tried to get that out at first, and that was a mistake. And the bunt is probably one of the most underutilized plays in high school baseball.
Just a note also, the video stream is now up on YouTube, so you can go to the WKLM YouTube page and watch the video stream. You don't want to miss that. Go to YouTube, find the WKLM the video stream of today's state championship win for the Hiland Hawks. That is up on YouTube as we speak, courtesy of Claxon Communications. And our Buckeye Deli player of the game, of course, as always, you can go with a number of different directions, but we're going to go with the game-winning hit. Logan Yoder gets the game winner there at the end, the clutch hit to come through with the RBI, and he was blasted that to left field to get the win. And Logan Yoder will be a Buckeye Deli player of the game, and obviously a huge hit there at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. He came through, but, you know, you talk about the whole tournament run, it takes a great team to win a state championship, and it came down to that one play. And I know Logan's worked excessively hard last winter, and even the other night I was going out to umpire a junior high game. Hiland had already had practice this morning. There was Logan. He knew the building was open. He's like, I'm going in to hit. And I tell you what, all that work, eventually it pays off, and paid off in a huge way today.
Absolutely. Of course, a lot of talent on the side of the team, and as you mentioned, the hard work. And that's you don't get the hard work gets you maybe one state championship, maybe none. But for the Hawks to win 3 straight state titles like this, first of all, hardly ever gets done, right? But then you have to it can't be just talent. It can't be just talent that gets you this. And the Hawks, as you talked about, the hard work combined, and these guys wanted to work hard, right? They wanted to put that extra time in, and it's obviously paid off.
Yeah, they have. They're just mentally tough. They're going to work hard, and they're going to come right at you. And you think about it, you go all the way back to 3 years ago, how many plays that it took to win 1 state title. Then you did it again last year, and things got to go. They got to go right. I mean, Logan could have came up and very easily hit that ball right to the third baseman. We got a double play, but he didn't. And you put yourself in position by working hard, having a mentally tough attitude, and good things are going to happen for you. And this team in Hiland, they just believe they're going to win.
They got it done here. The Hawks win it as they finish their season at 31-1, another over 30-win season. 12 state wins to finish out the season as well, the 12th straight victory. And again, their 3rd straight state championship, their 4th state title in their school's history. Lake Center Christian, another terrific season for them. They get to the state for the first time ever. They drop to 28-5, and that snaps 60 winning streak. They'll finish up as the Division 6 state runner-up. And both these teams, they could very well be back in this spot next year. Of course, we know Hiland's going to be really good. They're going to lose some key seniors, obviously the Cobans kids and some other guys. Certainly, they're going to be lost for this team. But we know Hiland's going to reload, and this Lake Center Christian team, a lot of underclassmen, and they're going to be really good again next year as well.
Yeah, both teams are going to be loaded. You looked at the kids that Hiland had on the bench, and you're thinking, man, they could be starters for a lot of these other teams. And then the same thing with Lake Center. All these kids, they're young. That's a really young baseball team over there. And they gave Hiland all they could handle. And, it's going to be bittersweet. You love getting 3 in a row, but you're really going to miss watching these kids play. Every time you get a graduating class, it takes a little bit out of you. But, those Hiland kids, they're going to go back to work. They're going to work hard the rest of this summer. They're going to get in the weight room. They're going to get into the building in the wintertime, and they're going to be ready to battle next year. Go for 4.
Absolutely. Well, John, appreciate your time all season long, and congratulations as a parent to get a chance to witness this again and go celebrate.
Yeah, it's a dream. I never would have thought that, number one, I'd ever call a baseball game on the radio. But then to get the opportunity to call 3 state championships, it's a dream. Nothing else to say. No words can't describe it.
Awesome stuff. We want to thank our video stream partners, Claxon Communications, Casey Claxon producing today's video stream coverage, and also Natalie Holbrook and Andrew Dunlap work the cameras. Again, that is up on YouTube as we speak, so you can go back and watch that on the WKLM YouTube page. You can do that right now, the video stream coverage of today's game. And also thanks, of course, to Michael Hammond and Phoenix Price back at the studio. The post-game show brought to you by Pomeranian Hospital. Now, a reminder, we'll have OHSAA radio coverage of more state championship baseball right after this, so you can tune in for that. And then later on tonight, we'll have state championship baseball in Division 5. Waynedale will be in action in that game against Graham. That'll be live on FM 95.3 and also WKLM-FM.com. Airtime approximately 6:30 tonight. Game time right around 7 o'clock. And it'll also be a video stream coverage delayed right after the game as well on that game for tonight's contest. Again, the final score in this one in Division 6 state championship baseball. The Hawks win their 3rd straight state title as they win it in walk-off fashion 5-4 over Lake Center Christian. So long, everybody.
Thank you for watching high school baseball from your hometown radio station, FM 95.3 WKLM.
Tonight's broadcast has been a production of WKLM Radio and Claxon Communications.